Miss to not mention the Bernie Sanders should have been nominated with their smash hit, Bernie Sanders should have been nominated.
Bernie Sanders should have been nominated.
Ragtime election time, only on PP Boy Records. Get political with funny.
Hey, I'm world-famous radio personality, Pinkman. You may remember me from your radio. I'm here to tell you about the newest app craze. It's called Pinky Man Go. Using the power of augmented reality, Pinky Man Go allows you to find real-life objects in the real world. Wow.
I got loose changies. It was under the couch.
Nice. You can trade that in for Pinky points, and then I can buy chips.
Phone chargeroo. Oh my god. It was just there.
You just unlocked a side quest. Now go find my phone.
Okay.
Guys, I just found car keys.
Perfect. I'm late for work anyway. Everyone get out of my apartment. Douchebags.
Pinky Man Go!
Pinky Man Go!
From the makers of Sicker.
Hi.
Life's not fair. Have you felt neglected? Have your needs been denied? We are currently bringing a class action lawsuit against the news junkie. Have you been denied any of the following? Magnet, shirt, bumper sticker, $50 gift card, badge, chat room impunity, live trivia complaints, self-validation, or otherwise. If you've been wronged, please don't delay. Take back what should have been yours. Join the ASCII class action lawsuit today.
You like pudding? I mean, really like pudding? Have we got the palace for you? Built on repurposed Native American lands, Pudding Palace boasts the most name brands and well-known traditional gelatins from every country on Earth. Our Yelp reviewers speak for themselves. What about you there in the sweatpants?
My mom drops me off like twice a week. It's awesome. I'm 45.
And what about you, little lady?
I came here looking for love. I found pudding.
Hey, buddy, what's your favorite part of the Pudding Palace?
Sneeze guards. Talk about elegance. I felt like I was in an actual palace.
All right, I see a bit of a line. Good. Okay, getting kind of busy here. Let's just go and see what's going on around the corner over here. And hey, sweetheart, what do you think of Pudding Palace?
I never knew pudding could be so fancy.
Well, there you go. As you can see, we got nothing
Seriously?
but satisfied customers here at the Pudding Palace.
And my check was for
Nope,
$65?
Focus on me.
What sort of mother?
Right.
It's down.
Oh, someone doesn't have our rewards card. Come on down to Pudding Palace. Pudding Palace, where pudding kings are born. From Fitcore, the latest development in sports rehydration technology. Boston Sports Chowder. You lead an active lifestyle, and you love a hearty chowder. Fitcore's patented ergonomically designed chowder flagon effectively replenishes vital body chowders lost during a hard workout. Creamy, powerful, piping hot.
Boston Sports Chowder. Get you off of the bench and back in the game.
New from the makers of Sicker, the hottest craze in passive messaging technology. Singstagram. You speak it, we sing it. For all the good times.
Congrats on graduating.
What's up, everybody? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Check 1 2. Oh, there I am. I'm there and I'm gone. I'm there. What's up, everybody? How you doing? This is Owen Money. See, this was a horrible start. Hold on. Blah 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 blah. That's much better. Hold on. Well, yeah, we should really be professional. Start over. Oh, whatever. They're not. There we go. And now I can hear myself again. All right, everybody, let's start over again. I spared no expense.
Check. There we go. All right.
Come on, everybody, rock on with us, Owen and Dirt. And this is Owen and Dirt Pop Culture Radio. I am Owen Money. That over there is Dirt McCoy. The real McCoy. Jesus Christ. You know what?
That was great. That's going to be in our blooper reel someday.
I guess. I'm still having, these 1999, the Walgreens special headphones that I had.
Oh, yeah.
A pair broke on Tasha last week.
Yeah.
I see you replaced them. I think now this pair is going like.
Oh yeah.
You ever have like one side like barely you can hear, but the other's like
in these older headphones that I have in the studio here? Yes.
It's weird. It's
like
weird.
the pair of headphones I have. Mine are not cheap headphones, but they're also like super noise canceling. They're made by Vic Firth, which is a drum company.
Oh.
These headphones are they were designed to be practice headphones for drummers. So a drummer can put this on and listen to a song and play along to it, and it cancels out all the noise outside, so you're not hearing your drums and shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, and the main purpose for me having those is that it cancels out everything in the room. I only hear what's going through the board,
Well, hey, you were really nice. Like, you bought Brittany a new pair of headphones.
Yeah.
Because the other ones broke. But you know what? I think I'm going to try them out because.
Okay.
Even though they're pink, I'm not ashamed, right?
Yeah, why not?
I could wear them. I don't know. Check. Oh, that's so much better having myself in both my ear holes. How crazy is that? Both of those cheap headphones, they've lasted me like, I don't know, 10 years because. You know how we used to broadcast in the bars a lot and stuff, and you know how when you do stuff in live settings, you get drunks coming up there.
Oh yeah,
and not. I mean, if I'm drunk and I trash my shit, that's one thing. But if you're drunk up here and you're throwing, so I went to Walgreens. I got the cheapest fucking headphones I could get, and they've lasted fucking a decade, man. It's crazy. But
it's the same way with like the karaoke gigs and all that sort of shit. Is I try to get equipment that's good enough where it sounds good at the event, but it's cheap enough that if somebody fucks it up, then I'm not all pissed off, And
eventually, we're gonna have a bigger studio here. I'm gonna do my part and help with nice headphones for people to listen.
Fuck yeah, that'd be great.
So
I just noticed on your I mean, I don't know if you want to talk about it this early, but on your jumpsuit that you're wearing there, right?
Anybody watching live? You want to look?
Stand up.
See this? I don't know if you know. I didn't just break out of prison, but this coming out of it's a very special night.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to it. This is the original orange jumpsuit from the ghost hunting days, the spook hunters days.
But I noticed you've got the TCB patch.
Yes, taking care of business, motherfucker.
Yeah. Remember on the bottle of the Elvis whiskey we had, it had the TCB. Yeah, that's the necklace he used to give out to all of his close friends and confidants and stuff.
Yeah, I put every patch here on the jumpsuit has something to do with where we went and looked for ghosts or something. So
Okay.
we
That's from
went,
Graceland?
Yep. We went to Graceland at one time. We didn't get any special, like when we started this thing, before it, Ghost Hunters was on TV and a big thing.
Yeah.
We used to get a lot more access, but once that Ghost Hunters bullshit took off on TV, and then there was like 14 spin-offs, and then everybody was pretending to be ghost hunters, like access to some of these places kind of went downhill.
Yeah, and then also at that point, it's like a lot of these TV studios are paying for exclusive access, so it's like they'll let their show in, but they're not going to let your show in because they already granted special access to these other people and shit. And
I ran into that here in Orlando locally when I would try to, hey, let's go do an event this month. Let's go to this haunted place, and they go, you know what? We have a deal with this ghost group that goes around doing tours, and we can only let them in here. So because they have paying people.
Yeah.
Like Jesus Christ, it sucks. And this jumpsuit, I really, it actually came from a real. I work in the laboratories and stuff like pharmacies, stuff like this.
Yeah.
This came from a place where they used to cut up cadavers.
Oh, wow.
So the people would go into the rooms. They would have to change their clothes. They would have to wear one of these jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Go in there, cut up bodies. They would be harvesting bone marrow or something. So there was like bone dust everywhere. There was a bone dust room I remember we went into. But these are the suits you had to wear. And instead of like when you leave the rooms, you're supposed to take them off, change back in there. But, I kept it. So from the very beginning, this orange jumpsuit came from a super creepy place. Now, am I saying it's haunted? No. Is somebody else inferring that to themselves? They hear this story and say, oh, obviously that suit must be haunted. That's up to you. Does that make me a liar? Am I making something up here? No. But,
No, but I think that's the thing that people latched on to you about was that you were 100% honest that I don't know. And even when you found stuff that was questionable, you tried to find a rational reason to explain it. And so I think that's the reason why people liked what you did.
Yeah, and really, I started doing this all because of that stupid Fear show on MTV where they would like take a group of people and send them somewhere haunted, and they would freak out and run out, and I'd be like, I could do that. And like, why can't I do that? So I started getting friends together, and we'd go to this haunted place and this haunted place, and anyway, so the suit came about because I wanted to stand out a little bit. I got tired of all these other ghost groups coming around and trying to be cool like I was. So I'm like, I'm fucking putting on the orange jumpsuit. I'm like the guy that's, kind of like the prisoner, like the one that everybody looks on the outside, because I'm saying none of this shit you're seeing makes sense. Show me the ghost. Show me the motherfucking ghost.
Yeah.
Anyway, I never saw a motherfucking ghost as much as I've done this. So anyway, I'm wearing the suit. Every patch means something. This is when we went to Graceland. We did the tour. Took a lot of pictures. Didn't see any ghosts while we were there, but I claim that as a spook hunt.
Of course, you've got the Goonies patch on there.
Oh yeah, never say die, man.
Yep. And
that's
the Ghostbusters, of course, that's been a big part of your life. And then the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Wait, Ghostbusters Part 3.
Oh wow.
Which technically never happened, but it represents us going out into the real world, keep that movie going.
Yeah.
And it's kind of moved into a franchise. But anyway, there is one patch I want to show you. I don't know if I can get this one on camera. It's kind of down near my crotch, and I know you people love this one. But just so you know, when I say I'm the most credible paranormal investigator of all time ever, and most accomplished, I'll even add that to my fucking register. Listen to that, Channel 6 News. Most accomplished paranormal investigator of all times ever. Why? Because let me show you this little patch right here. See this patch?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it on the TVs.
No.
Oh, it's about to fall off.
Yeah.
It's a NASA patch. This is the mission that I helped with when I actually got to do a ghost investigation at NASA.
Oh wow.
There is no other paranormal investigator ever been on NASA property to do investigation.
Oh wow.
You were sitting by royalty as far as the weird, creepy weirdos go.
That's
all right.
Owen Money, Ghost Royalty.
Yeah. The Apollo launch pad. If you look that up right now, you'll see that it was alleged to be haunted.
Yeah.
I think it's written about in this book, Weird Hauntings, written by the one and only Joanne Austin, compiled. But Charlie Carlson wrote something about this, about the NASA thing. So it's been written in a couple places. If you go to the Apollo launch pad, the people who get creeped out, they hear things or weird things. But what we did, because we were there in the middle of the night, and the Apollo launch pad, which is a national monument, retired in place. You can see it in Armageddon,
designated as a historic location.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see it in Armageddon, like the what's his name's daughter gets the cookies on her belly. Ben Affleck. I would have loved to been her. I mean him. Yeah, him. That's what I meant to say.
Been him.
Anyway, we were there. We went underneath where the control rooms were, where they used to have all the electrical things, and where people would be scrambling down. No lights in the middle of the night, just flashlights and our infrared cameras. It was fucking awesome.
That's awesome.
We saw nothing. We might have injured our lungs with the asbestos that was under there, but it was fun. And again, only person ever to lead a team in NASA at a historical landmark like that with a ghost hunt. And did we find anything? I don't know. Look it up on the internet. Spook Hunters, NASA, see what we found. Go get a book. It's written in one of those books. Like I said, what else? What I have stuff on the wall from Charlie Carlson himself, who Channel 6 you reference, for even though he's been dead for like a decade. You still reference him in a way that we'll talk about in a minute. I have stuff on my walls that says I am certified. Nobody else has that. By the Weird Writers of Florida, Charlie Carlson and his dog at the time.
You are anointed by Weird Florida.
I am.
Yes.
I am. I'm dude. Charlie was my buddy, man. It's weird how we met. I had no clue he was an author or anything.
Do you want to get into this the second segment? When do you plan on doing the story?
I don't know. I'm just going down like memory
lane. Yeah, I get you.
Maybe
I don't want to interrupt you or anything. I just wanted to make sure you didn't like blow your whole load on the story.
No. And I'm more building the groundwork for why, for anybody listening new,
for why this is important that we're doing this
exactly,
tonight,
and why I'm wearing this fucking orange jumpsuit, which I had retired. I've taken it out of the glass case it used to be in, and I actually hung it into a closet. Because I'm like, retired. I'm like, I'm a father now, and there's no such thing as ghosts. So why am I doing this? But what there are stories out there, and these stories are a way to keep the legend alive. Like who remembers Apollo, and everything they had to go to? We're going to the moon now. We got bigger rockets now. Everybody's forgetting about that stuff, but they come across this story in Weird Florida or something, and the Apollo launch pad is haunted. They start reading about the 3 astronauts that fucking died and lost their lives right there.
There's no reason why it shouldn't be haunted for all the shit that happened there.
There you go. There's no reason it shouldn't be haunted. Do I think it's haunted? No. Do you?
Yeah, but I mean, the way I kind of look at it is like, if you think of what's the criteria for a place to be haunted, lots of people lost their lives there, right? So I would think that if there was a place that was haunted, it would be a place where lots of people like kind of exploded.
Yep. Burned to death.
Yeah, exactly.
Usually where something traumatic has happened and leaves an impression on the environment, they say.
Right.
You have those people. Other people think like, the ghosts you see are maybe people of other dimensions, and the dimensions kind of warp together for something. But
it's what they call it, a wrinkle in time,
I guess,
where you see something from it. Yeah, I know.
It's bullshit. Yeah. That's all bullshit. But anyway, back to Charlie. Like the first time I met him, I had no idea he was an author or anything, but I was looking for they said it was a haunted a tree in Kissimmee where they used to hang people. I later found it. I think it was by the courthouse from me and his research. But I found on the internet like this guy that had this weird website, and I just messaged it because he referenced it, and he sent me back. He's like, well, I think it's over here, Owen, but I don't know really. And he said, well, I just so happened to be writing a book, and I saw some of your pictures you put online, and I didn't know if you guys wanted to meet up or something. I'm like, well, hey, that just so happens we're going to Ashley's restaurant, which is over in Rockledge, Florida, which is where a woman was fucking murdered, unfortunately, and then like I guess cut up into pieces or something.
Oh wow!
Right there where the restaurant is now. It used to be a house. People go there and eat all the time. Where some woman was mutilated.
Wow.
And there's some area in there where you look in the mirror and you sometimes see a ghost, apparently. And when you go in the women's bathroom, people say they feel her, because apparently in the women's bathroom is the closet area where I guess he stored the body.
Oh, okay.
Or pieces. I don't know. It's creepy as fuck. And this poor woman, you know, everybody would have even forgot that she ever existed and this ever happened if it wasn't for this fucking legend. So
right,
that's why I like the legends. And
and
I told this guy that I'm like this weirdo that I had no clue who he was on the internet. I'm like, hey, we're going here to this haunted place. You want to come by? I'll cook you, or I'll buy your dinner. And he said, you know, like I said, he said he was writing a book for some book called Weird Florida, and I'm like, whatever, Weird Florida. I don't know, whatever this is.
Yeah.
So come over. Let's see. And we hung out. I whipped out the orange jumpsuit. I went into the bathroom. He loved it. I pulled out my Ghostbuster like toy from when I was a kid and pretended like I was scanning the air. And he loved the fact that I didn't take it so seriously that I couldn't have fun. You know, some of these people that go from like convention to convention trying to sell their books or whatever, and they are so invested in the fact that they wrote this book about this haunted place and they've got to sell it that they can't just come off and say, listen, there's no real proof. It's a great fucking story. Would you just buy my book?
Exactly. Here's the story. And that's what I would really wish more of it would be, is that here's my story. You take it as you will and you decide. What do you think happened? You know?
Yeah. One of those stories just so happens to be an article that we'll be reading a little bit later, and I have a video of it from back in the day. Yeah, I got the computer. Oh, no wonder it's not plugged in. That's fine. I don't need to play right now. But Channel 6 News here locally in Orlando, I guess they have two different types of newsrooms now. They have the one that goes on TV, and then
they have the media. Yeah, clickorlando.com.
Okay, all right. So I didn't realize they were two different things.
That's the news station in Orlando that I almost exclusively watch nothing but. That station. So I'm very familiar with that station.
Have you ever heard of a digital journalist named Anthony Talcott?
I have not. I read the article that you sent to me, and I don't know who that person is, but that's probably because they're only in the digital newsroom.
Yeah.
They're not one of the ones that does like the stories, but that station, they have a lot of what they call community ambassadors. So if there's a story that happens in Lake County, they have a specific person that covers Lake County because that person is born and raised in Lake County.
Yeah.
And so a lot of their news people on that station are actually from the community.
Okay.
And so it adds more like validity to me because I'm not watching local news to find out what's happening in Iran right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching local news to find out what's happening here.
It's local.
And if it's local people, like, and also like we never talked about it on the show, but you know, Justin Warmoth, Greg Warmoth's son, Justin Warmoth, was on that station for 13 years. He just left and he's going into like to work for a medical company, so he's going completely out of news altogether. Oh, wow. But he was on that station for 13 years and he grew up in Lake Mary. So he had, like, when Lake Mary Little League went to the World Series, he traveled with them and covered it and everything.
Yeah.
And so it's cool when you see, because I mean, I know for years being involved with TKS and Real Radio and all that stuff, that I've had so many conversations with Greg Warmoth, and Greg Warmoth tried to buy my dad's car one time. He actually came to the house and my dad just wasn't willing to let it go for what he wanted.
One of the Camaros?
Yeah, the black one. And so, yeah, my dad has Greg Warmoth's number in his phone, you know, and it's like that whole local community of being involved in radio and stuff. And like, it's funny when somebody will geek out on me because they're like, oh, you know Savannah from Gatorland? And I'm like, yeah, I know her when she was like just the trailer park bitch. That she called herself that. I'm not calling her a bitch. And Savannah is fucking incredible, but yeah.
I remember her as the possum queen.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the possum queen. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be.
And you know what's funny is Ginger Gadsden on Local 6, anytime there's a story about reptiles or anything like that, she goes straight to Savannah and gets the scoop on what's happening.
Well, apparently Tony Talcott, Tony, Anthony, I don't know what you want to be called. I'm going to call you Tony because I like Double T. Double T has his go-to paranormal guy, which apparently is a guy named Mark Munchie.
Okay.
Munchie. I don't know how you pronounce it. It doesn't matter. And he said a few things. Well, one thing in particular, kind of about Charlie, and Charlie's not here to defend himself. So So I think
What year did Charlie pass away?
2015. So
Oh wow, okay, quite a while. Over 10 years ago.
Yeah, like 11 years ago now.
Yeah.
Dude. I had a 35th birthday party, 2014. I think it was 2014. Yeah, 2014. And all my friends were there. I mean, not you at the time. 2014 was.
It was just we had just different stuff going on.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
that was like part of those, because there's been times over the time I've known you where it's like your life went this way, my life went that way, but eventually we come back together.
And plus, it was a surprise party, so I wasn't involved in inviting anybody.
right? And yeah,
But this party, Charlie came to, who never really went out and did anything, and also my buddy Wes was there.
Yeah.
And Wes died a few months later, and then then a few months later, Marty, my dog, died, and then a few months later, it's the next year, but then Charlie gets sick and finally dies.
Yeah.
And so I had a lot of loss there,
Right.
and it kind of sucked, and it made this whole paranormal thing that we used to do all together and have fun with, and it made it not so fun anymore. Because
Sure.
everybody
Yeah.
you would do it to help.
No, I get it. When all the people that you're doing it with are passing away, then all of a sudden that it's not just you going out to have fun with your friends. It's now you going out without those friends, and it just brings up memories.
And plus, it's like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't really believe in this. I'm like, I don't want to be Mr. Paranormal guy necessarily. I'll be Mr. Paranormal guy if you want me to, but I'm going to be honest about it. I'm not going to pretend like I'm swallowing the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And again, that's what Charlie respected. He loved, and he realized most of it was probably bullshit. But
Right.
who was he to say? You know,
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
going to write about it. So
Yeah.
and just a good guy. And when I saw this article, somebody sent it to me, and it got around because Charlie's name is still out there. He had a big name out there. I mean,
Yeah.
people have been like riding his fucking coattails. And when he died, that was kind of the other thing. People came out of the woodwork who you thought were like your friends and stuff. Like, they all of a sudden started like almost like taking your story. Like, Charlie was like a father to me and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that was my story. But like, why are you trying to cash in on his death? And it just got ugly, like
That
how
always
popular
happens.
he was. So that's why I kind of took a step back.
Yeah.
And you know, I say retire, and I use that word loosely because I'm always up for something creepy or weird. Put me in a haunted place. I'll sit there.
Yeah.
And I got a couple books in the works. I mean, in my head, which some of them I started on with all this AI bullshit. It should be easy to like fucking do a book, no problem.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Then that kind of gets you in a niche where people come out of the woodwork that think you're believing this stuff. And,
Right.
I don't know. But I mean, I look online, like I look at all the books that this Mark guy has written, and I'm pretty much anybody can write a book, is from what I can see. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and when you start writing like stuff like, I mean, Charlie wrote about he wrote a book called Strange Florida. And that got the attention of the weird Florida people because it was well written, and Charlie is a real Floridian, just like I am. I was born in Florida. You were born in Florida.
I was born in Florida, yeah.
We are a rare group of people.
Yeah.
Charlie was like, I think, a third generation real Floridian, born in Florida.
Yeah.
So he had a connection. Not like other people that born somewhere else, maybe moved to Florida and
Hey, came here for the weird Florida man stories.
and pretending like they're a Florida specialist, and then get themselves involved with Channel 6 News, pretending like they're a Florida specialist, although they're all over the country right now going to a bunch of different weirdo conventions all across America trying to sell their books like instead of Weird Florida or Strange Florida, like, you know, reputable book, they're selling like Eerie Florida.
Oh, okay, yeah. Change the name up a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's all the same bullshit. And I don't know. I'm jumping ahead a little bit. I'll get into more in this, and probably, like you said, the second segment.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'll get a little toasty. We'll get this going.
Yeah.
I want to check our email because I did email Tony. I called him Anthony because that's what he says on. I guess I should call him Anthony. He has.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful to the guy. I mean, he's just doing his job.
I know. I mean, but
yeah,
I feel like he should be more of a Tony Dalcott.
I mean, that sounds like a dude I'd want to have a beer with.
I know, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Tony. Anyway, Tony, I mean, Anthony, whatever you want to be called, my man. I'm going to check my email. Hopefully you replied back during the break, and maybe we can connect here. And I will be a much more reputable, real 100% Floridian. I think, I don't know if it's okay to say a Florida cracker. Is that okay to say?
Yeah, why not?
I don't. I know that used to be okay, but I don't know if it's okay.
I have no idea.
I think the word like Cracker Barrel. It's just supposed to be called the Barrel, right?
Right.
So,
yeah. I mean,
I'm a native.
Yeah, Cracker's got some negative connotation to it, but at the same point, like
I like a good Ritz.
I don't know.
I'm tired of worrying about everybody else. Fuck them. I mean,
I know where my heart is, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just using the words that. And here's the thing: if somebody comes to me and say that bothers me, I'll stop using it. No problem.
At least
Whatever.
around them.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean in general, like I try to be somebody that everybody can trust and put their faith in. That I'm not gonna fuck you over. I'm not gonna talk behind your back or whatever. If you say, hey, that's what this word actually means, because there's been a ton of them before where I'm like, oh shit, that's what that actually means.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I know. You think back and time. At least I do. And there's
Frank Verderosa said it's okay when you say it.
When I say it. My wife would agree with you. There's some country song or some song that's like country as fuck, I think it's called, and it comes on and she just looks at me when it comes on.
Frank said, I try to be someone that everyone can hate universally.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Frank's a good
I think
guy.
that's Frank. Yeah.
Frank's a good guy.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know that Frank goes, like, as we talked about before, like, I try to make this show, like, we don't talk about politics or religion because I want people to be able to, this is their time to, like, not think about all that shit. And I know Frank posts a lot of political stuff, and I'm not saying I disagree with Frank. I'm just saying I don't talk about it on this show.
Yeah.
But
well, should I read this story first, then we take a break and we come back and talk about it?
We can do that. If we can get to it, maybe if he's listening right now, I'd like to try to get Frank on the air because Neil Sedaka passed away last week.
Oh,
yeah, and he was a fucking songwriter. Like, he wrote a ton of shit. But the thing that's cool about it is that he was on Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast. Frank was the producer of that episode. Frank set up a piano for him, so he was actually, if you listen to the episode, while Gilbert and Frank Santapadre and him are all talking, he would just start going into the song on the piano. It was so interesting, so fascinating. You know that song, Love Will Keep Us Together?
Yeah.
It's Captain and Tennille.
Yeah.
Neil Sedaka wrote that song.
No shit.
So yeah, and he wrote, I love my calendar girl.
Did he have a son that joined Saturday Night Live named Jason?
No, that's Jason Sudeikis, different person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not Jason Sedaka?
No.
All right.
No.
That was close.
It's cool to me, like, whenever you look at somebody like that who is, in the International Songwriting Hall of Fame, and Frank actually got to hang out with him for a day. So
yeah, that's
kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, you would think some of that, talent would seep into him or something.
Maybe, I don't know. I'll see if Frank's written any songs lately.
Neil was an American. How quickly the internet goes from is to was.
I know,
amazing.
it sucks. And when you see that, and you're like, I'll see a news story, I'll break, and like when the one that really got me the hardest, and that's because I think it's the celebrity death. No, not the one that made me get an erection. The one that hit me the hardest was when I got that news story, Apple News, Ozzy Osbourne. And then I go to his Wikipedia immediately to see is this true or not. And I go to his Wikipedia and it says Ozzy Osbourne was. And I'm like, fuck, man.
That quick. Jesus, man.
Frank said something seeped into him, and it wasn't me.
That's funny. Well, anyway, I do have the article here. I've emailed. Let me pull up the show email. See if and if anybody wants to email the show, we do have some things coming up. We got a guy who's been abducted by aliens. What, like 14 million times?
Yeah, it's a ton. I think he said at one point even aliens invaded his home and took him and his son, held him hostage for a couple days.
All right. Well, he's going to be on the show in a couple of weeks. I'm trying to. I got to work this out now before he's on the show. Obviously, that didn't happen, right?
I mean, you would think, but like he says he has video proof, and I'm like, I feel like he's going to send the video, and it's going to be a guy in an ET mask fucking him in the butt with a DeWalt power tool. I don't know.
Jesus
but at the same point, listen, here's the way I look at it. He's a 61-year-old man who's lived in multiple places in the world, and he said it happens no matter where he goes, and he wants to tell his story, so he's committed to it. He believes it happened.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give him the time and go, I want to understand. I want to hear the story.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But if you moved around a million places and it still keeps
See, he
happening.
lived in Brazil, Portugal, Connecticut, and California, and all 4 places this stuff happened.
So, okay.
And he has video of UFOs and disturbances in all 4 of those places, which is...
Well, that's great. But okay.
Yeah.
There's a couple things, and this is what we'll go with him on air. Is one, I would ask him if this is dreams. Are these waking dreams or something like this? Because it's weird that you're moving all around and they're still coming to get you doing the same kind of thing.
Right.
Unless they implanted something in you. And
right.
If so, you could be able to find that. Like
you know someone who has an implant.
Denise Stoner here.
Yeah.
She used to be a big deal in MUFON.
Yeah.
And I've had her on the Spook Hunter show when I used to do it with Wes, who I talked about, who died. I felt her fucking implant. It's in her arm. There's something there. And I guess I should. She's a wonderful woman. She's written some books about her experiences and stuff. And these. So, see, it's weird because a year ago or 2 years ago, before the government released those videos, I would have been like 100%. This is all like her dreaming and making stuff up. Not making her. I will say she has a physically challenged daughter a beautiful daughter, wonderful daughter who she takes care of. She's an angel. And anyway, part of her story, she believes the aliens, when they abducted her and did the test on her, caused whatever happened to her daughter.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So part of me is almost like this beautiful woman who unfortunately had, a daughter with something, and in her mind it snapped and said, it's got to be aliens. I couldn't have just done this.
Correct. And that's the same way I feel about the whole when Jenny McCarthy went crazy on the anti-vax thing. Again, not to get political, but I come from a family of doctors, or a family with a doctor, and he said, hey, that's what kind of happens is people look at themselves and go, hey, look at me. Like, I'm hot ass Jenny McCarthy. There's no way I could have given birth to an autistic kid. It's got to be something else. And they try to find something to point a finger at.
Yeah. Or it's just it's so emotionally hurt that you can't say it's got to be something else. It could have been. Yeah. Exactly. You're 100% right. So, but maybe it could have been aliens in messing with her. But like I said, with this fucking shit that we're seeing, that the government's releasing, I mean, who knows what it is? But
yeah.
But with all that said, we're going to be talking to a guy in a couple weeks who's been harassed.
I'm excited.
Because
what's funny is like what I love about our show is like we will release some content about some crazy things or some crazy ideas, and then these motherfuckers will come out of the woodwork, and I say motherfuckers in an endearing term,
in a loving way.
Will come out and say like, hey, I have proof. I've seen some things. I want to talk to those people.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to hear what this guy has to say. I mean, I know he's told it before, but we're going to hear it again here. All right. Do you want me to let me play this video? It's about 2 minutes long. This is the original story that News Channel 6 did on the I-4 dead zone.
Okay.
That I'm going to read after we take a break. I'm going to come back. We'll read the story.
Okay.
We'll talk about what was said. Maybe we'll get Tony Talcott on the phone, and he'll be introduced to a legitimate paranormal investigator.
Okay.
Which
I'm gonna have Frank in like 10.
Oh, okay. He's going to call. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that first segment because it's just an interesting story. We can go on about the show, but I definitely want to talk to Frank about that.
Well, he can hear this too. So
okay.
Hold on.
He's actually sitting in front of the fire right now, just listening to the show, which is great.
Like a fireplace.
I don't know. Fireplace, fire pit. He's up in New Jersey.
No shit.
Yeah.
How cold is it up there?
Well, you have to ask him when he calls in.
You know I don't like talking to people. That's your job.
The guy who's got a radio show. I don't like talking to people.
I like talking to you.
Yeah.
And if other people happen to listen and cool, that's fine. But you're the people person here.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I like everybody. All right. Am I up?
Yeah.
I'm turning this for you.
This photograph is one thread in a legacy of hundreds of highway deaths and ghostly apparitions, linked to a small stretch of I-4 known as the Dead Zone.
And for those of you, hold on. For those of you listening on Opus Clip and like, why did you post the fucking video? Look, if I can download this, I will. If not, there'll be a link down in the goddamn description. Just scroll a little bit and stop bitching at me. Did you have something?
No.
All right.
These people drive it over and over again.
This woman you're hearing, this is the lovely Susan Thompson, who is a medium extraordinaire. And again, like I said earlier, there are stories about Charlie Carlson that I could tell you that I cannot, but I could tell you, and you would love them. I will tell you at break. But anyway, Susan Thompson, who they say her name is something else, and fuck it.
Yeah.
They have no idea what they're driving over.
Susan Christensen is a medium, looking for the truth. She says she feels an unhappiness here, a presence she calls a family of four.
Twice I've seen 4 orbs cross I-4. They're earthbound. And
I would just say, like, hit or miss whether she was helping out Charlie and just saying this stuff or whether she really felt it. I don't know. I mean,
sure.
I will just say, anybody that's in this field, other than me, because I have no agenda other than I want to be scared.
You're curious.
I'm curious. No, I want to be scared.
Okay.
I've been through shit in my life. Not a whole lot scares me anymore. Remember when you used to, like, when you were a little kid and you would, like, sneak and watch, like, Friday the 13th or something, you'd get, like, real nervous at night.
Yeah.
You didn't want your parents finding out, and you didn't want actually, like, a killer to be behind you. I chase that feeling. I wish I had that feeling. I've made it public before. I suffer from the PTSD. I suffer from abandonment. That's my trigger. The feeling of being worried that everybody you love is about to leave you at any moment is so much better. I mean, so much worse than that fucking feeling that, you know, like a killer's going to jump out from the shadows and kill you.
Yeah.
So I would rather go into like a haunted house in the middle of the night or an abandoned insane asylum where everybody is afraid to go into like where they used to keep the bodies. I would like to go in there and sit for a few minutes, feel that feeling for a little bit, rather than this fucking PTSD feeling. Anyway, that's why I
get it.
I
get it.
anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, let me keep playing this shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got on that tangent. I'll sit back in my seat.
they feel that their lives were taken away from them.
People are claiming to see all kinds of things. Orbs floating across the highway, apparitions on the side of the highway hitchhiking, phantom trucks, you name it.
But legends aside, the fact is there are graves there.
There's graves there. There's dead people beneath Interstate 4.
Halfway between Daytona and Orlando.
So
is
they put the
quarter-mile of
interstate over the graves?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The road had to go there.
Oh, man.
And I don't know if they get into it. They were some of the original settlers in the area.
Okay, so it was like family plots back in the day where you'd bury your family on your property.
I think so, and some Indian burials. So little of both. Like, you know, like it's weird to think. You almost think nowadays, like there were the Indians here, then all of a sudden the white man came. And but it wasn't. There was a whole war. And the white man came to a lot of Indians here in Florida and said, "Hey, we're going to take you over. We're going to move you west."
Yeah.
And some Indians, like Osceola, stood at Silver Springs in Ocala, where I grew up. And said, no, we're not doing this. And that's where the Florida Spanish, the Indian War started and all this shit. Anyway, there's a huge history that's kind of like glazed over and forgotten that we have.
Oh, yeah.
And at that time,
very dark history of shit that happened. Yes.
And people were on both sides. There could have been like, you know, some white men on the side of the Indians saying, hey, it's their land, man. We should live together. And
Yeah.
then there's other people like, well, they're savages. Get them the fuck out. We'll
Right,
fucking
right.
go. But anyway, all that set aside, there were some bodies found here.
Okay.
State that cradles the forgotten graves of 4 German immigrants.
There you go.
Charlie Carlson, author of the popular book Weird Florida, had special access to that infamous burial plot. It sat right next to his grandparents' home.
I remember seeing those graves as a kid, and we were warned not to mess with the graves.
The graves date back to the 1880s and a settlement called St. Joseph's Catholic Colony. One of the German settlers, a family of 4, fell victim to a yellow fever epidemic. 2 adults, 2 children, buried on the very spot that has been shrouded in mystery.
So I'm looking at this construction, and you can't help but wonder, are they still there?
Yes, they are still there. In fact, when Interstate 4 came through in 1960, the graves were roped off and marked for removal. But they never removed the graves. Instead, they dumped fill dirt on top to elevate the new highway.
But is
I will just say, if his family owned some land there and had a house there,
Then he would know that.
you would have firsthand
Yeah,
knowledge that,
yeah.
they roped it off. Nobody ever fucking came back to take him up.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? God damn it, if I would have paid a little bit more attention when he was alive, I could have known exactly where these graves were, and we could fucking stop the interstate, Ghostbuster 2 style, and fucking dig
up
a
the
hole.
road. Yeah.
Anyway,
there really a connection to I-4
I have an orange jumpsuit.
Yeah.
in this dead zone legacy? A check run in 1996 suggested roughly 2,000 accidents and injuries along the dead zone.
Wait, did he just say they actually checked it in 2006 and found actual numbers? Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
The Florida Highway Patrol is
Channel 6, this is your fucking news story.
Yeah.
Anyway,
working with Local 6 to develop
this will make more sense in the second segment. Hang out after the break.
new information right now. But Charlie Carlson says the facts he has so far are intriguing.
There was more accidents per year in this section, small quarter-mile section of highway, than in all the other sections of highway between Daytona and Tampa.
They passed away.
Sanford historian Christine Best says she deals with fact, but admits you can't help wonder.
Hearing so many of the stories from other people certainly make you stop and think about it.
Reasonable people would put the dead zone accidents in the column of pure coincidence. But
That's
the
me.
stories continue to add to this legend. Legend aside, there is one undisputed fact. The graves remain under the I-4 dead zone. Mike Hofeld, Local 6, Problem Solvers.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. So we'll stop that there. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I think that was my phone.
Oh, my. That scared me for a second. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I will say one more thing before we go to break. After this was filmed, I think the 2005 hurricanes came through. I think it was Charlie and somebody else. I don't know. Also, to add to this legend, these two, and I'll find this out during the break, and when we come back out of the break, I'll give you real fucking facts. Some people like fucking facts.
Okay.
But these 2 hurricanes in 2005, they crossed in Florida. You know how bad Florida got hit.
Oh, yeah. We got hit like crazy. It was 2004.
2004, whatever it was.
Yeah, we got hit hard as shit.
They made an X, and right where the X, crosses, guess where it was?
Right in that spot.
I-4 dead zone.
Oh, wow.
I-4. And you know what? Charlie couldn't have made that happen, motherfucker. But anyway, we'll talk about that when we come back at the break. Hang out. Do you have a song for us?
No, I've got Frank.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk to Frank.
My bad. I saw you scrambling over there. I thought you were getting a song. I'd
No.
rather talk to Frank. Quite honestly.
We're going to talk to Frank, who had direct interaction with a songwriting Hall of Famer.
I just drooled on myself. These pig headphones are awesome. Good job.
Frank, you there, buddy?
What?
Man, you said you're sitting next to a fire like an 80-year-old man, and I'm like, God, that sounds so peaceful.
I should have said 85. It's a working weekend, and I came home and said, I have enough energy to stuff my face and sit by a fire. That's my life.
Is it a fireplace indoors, or are you in a fire pit outdoors?
You know, it turns out it's a fire pit indoors. I just put a bunch of wood in the middle of the living room floor and
lit it on fire.
Where
any room can have a fireplace if you have enough water nearby.
Are you in New Jersey? Did you say New Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how cold is it up there?
Not bad today. Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
It's 46 degrees.
46. That's like summer.
Oh wow, it's 80 here.
Yeah, no, 80 and 46 are really similar.
Nothing like that.
I don't want to brag, but we had sunshine last summer for a couple of days.
Do you ever get to Florida?
I've been there. I think if they analyze my Facebook feed, I'm probably legally not allowed in the South at all anymore. No, we'll get there. My parents are there.
Oh, okay. All right, right on.
Oh, what part of the state are your parents in?
They're near Tampa.
Oh, cool. So yeah, the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of old. I mean,
They're in old people prison. It's like a bunch of gated communities, and they give you food and golf balls. And
why didn't they go to the villages? That's where all the old people go. The villages.
I don't even know what that is. That's probably the same thing. It's just a bunch of strip malls and a golf course.
Frank, you got to watch. There's a documentary that's on Amazon Prime. It's called Some Kind of Heaven, and it's a documentary about the villages.
Yeah.
So here's what I'll tell you: the Villages is a community in Florida. It's up near Gainesville, between Gainesville and Ocala,
south of Ocala,
and it's
Ocala and Tampa.
It's an entire city that is 55 and over.
Yeah, you can't be less than 55 to get in there, and it's more than a city now. I mean, this thing encompasses like a whole area in the center of Florida now. I mean, it's incredible, and I think there's 3 different, like, let's say, old people areas, and there's all different walks of life. But you see videos of these 65-year-old people just partying at 7:30 p.m. because they can't stay out too late.
Yeah.
To like I don't know, DMX and stuff like that, from stuff that was cool in the 90s, and it's just great. And I think what I've heard is a lot of celebrities send their parents here to live, and it's great. As soon as I'm 55, I'm looking into it.
It's literally a community you live in where it's like everything you need is like is there in your little community. So
you drive your
golf
course.
Like the premise of a Stephen King novel.
I think so. Yes, I think it is.
Because we're getting to the part where things go horribly wrong.
Yeah.
Like they start disappearing or something.
Yeah.
At first they blame the alligators, and then they realize Jed might be involved.
Jed is the name of a guy who would be involved.
This is not a joke. I'm not making a joke, but in Florida, the area that has the highest STD rate is the Villages.
Yes.
Because these motherfuckers don't care because they're not.
I thought you were going to just say Florida. But it's weird. It's my parents. They said a couple moved in near that, or like in one of their the units, but where they are, because old people live in units now.
Yeah,
it's just big coffins. Preemptive funeral. But they were younger. Like they were only in their late or mid 60s or something, and everyone else is in their 80s. So they moved there for a while, and like a few months later, they were like, they have too much living to do, so they left. But they weren't allowed out. That's where the Stephen King things, like the gates go one way, and like you're not allowed out.
If you try to go the wrong way, you get severe tire damage.
Yeah,
they try to sell their house. Nobody sells your house in the Villages.
Right. The Villages starts Friday. Rated R.
Dude. On the term, you have I-75 that comes down through the state of Florida, then it branches off the turnpike.
Yeah.
And when you branch off there, they've got this bridge that goes over the turnpike, and in big letters it says the Villages, and then all it is a bridge for golf carts, because these motherfuckers drive their golf carts everywhere.
Right.
When you go to the Publix in the Villages, they have golf cart parking spots all over the place. You can't park your car there. They're almost like, you have a fucking car? Who the hell are you? Get the hell out of our town, motherfucker.
Yeah. The part of that story that I like the most is the fact that something in Florida actually splits off. Because I know like family trees tend to be a straight line.
I live next door to some of those people.
This is accurate information.
Right. I'd like you to meet my wife and sister.
Sir, there's only one person there. Yep.
Correct.
This is like that joke. I used to date twins. How could you tell them apart? Well, Mark had a cock.
Right.
I don't know where that came from. I don't know. I like it. I mean, I don't. But
Susan used to wear a ribbon in her hair, and Mark had a cock.
Yeah. I think Gilbert told a really great version of that, but the punchline is always great.
Oh, yeah. I used one of Gilbert's jokes this week because a buddy told me a story about a dog humping his leg, and I was like, the Gilbert joke.
Oh,
is
okay.
the best way to get a dog to stop humping your leg? Pick him up and suck his dick.
I don't know who I was talking to somebody yesterday and told a joke about there's a boy out off the water a little bit at the beach, and a lifeguard goes in because there's a shark, and he's going to rescue the boy, and he's grabs the boy, and the shark bites the lifeguard's leg, and he's trying to get the boy back in, and the boy's grandmother's on the beach looking, and panicking, they like the Jewish grandmother, she's in a panic.
Yeah.
And then the shark bites the lifeguard's arm, and finally the lifeguard gets to shore, and he's got cuts on his leg, and he's bleeding all over the place, and he says, here's your grandson. And she goes, oh. He's like, are you okay? You seem upset. It's like, well, he had a hat. It's just such a stupid joke, but the way he would tell it was so great.
Jeez.
I will say this because, of course, I'm gonna transition out of this into his story. But Gilbert had a story, and my favorite part was I remember Adam West being on Amazing Colossal Podcast, and he told Gilbert, he said his favorite joke he had ever heard was a Gilbert joke, and Gilbert's joke was, "Did you know that Adolf Hitler had a brother who was a child molester?" And he's like, imagine being the Hitler that no one wanted to talk about.
That's hard to tell which one's worse.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't know.
That's pretty great.
Let me go back in time and kill them both. Double child suicide. I don't care.
But it's funny because the reason why I wanted Frank to call in. So Neil Sedaka passed away last week, and I know a lot of people that listen might not know who Neil Sedaka is. Look him up. Your parents have listened to this guy's music. You've been probably tortured with some of this shit. But what's cool is
you may have been conceived of some of it.
Possibly. With all of the shows that Gilbert did, it wasn't always comedians and actors.
No,
and the people, some of the people that he had on, like Rupert Holmes,
who became like a regular,
yeah. And so you produced the episode where Neil Sedaka came in and was on the show, right?
Yeah, but I mean, produced in the sense that I hit the red button and then did all the editing and mixing after the fact.
Well, Frank Santapadre said you're the one who set up the piano for him that he could play during his interview.
I think so. I think Stitcher had like a keyboard there that we could put in, or somebody. It might have been Seth, the guy that would play keyboards in some of the episodes. Anyway, somehow there was a keyboard set up there we had patched in to play. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and it's like he would. And when you listen to the episode, and the episode's, you can find it anywhere. But the full episode is even on YouTube where people have shared the episode. But where he would, while the interview was going on, he would just go into songs and start playing songs and singing along and where it was pertinent to the episode. But what kind of interaction did you have with Neil Sedaka that day?
I told him how much his music meant to me. Those classic songs like Mandy and Copacabana. All those hits.
Copacabana.
And the fact that he wrote the Dr. Pepper jingle way back when, and
2, 4, and 7 or something like that.
I'm just gonna keep saying Barry Manilow songs until you guys figure out that I'm
He wrote,
Neil wrote the songs that made the whole world sing.
He did. But
I'm gonna look at the internet.
No, but he wrote Love Will Keep Us Together for Captain and Tennille. and in his songs like Calendar Girl, and songs like that were like huge in the 50s. Like he was kind of like a pinup, like a Tiger Beat sort of singer in the 50s. Like all the chicks wanted to bang this guy.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. According to this website, this is DJ Roblog. I don't know who that fucking is, but he said Neil Sedaka's 30 greatest songs. 30. He has enough to have 30 greatest.
Oh yeah, he wrote so much stuff.
That's a lot. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You want to go through them real quick? 30. We can make it if we try.
You know, by the time he was 55, he had entered the Village and was locked in a room and just wrote songs for like 25 years in Florida.
The Village is
he wasn't allowed out.
The last 30 years of his life, he was locked in a room and fed bread and water and said write songs.
He would write.
Jed yelling at him all day, going right.
How did he not die of an STD? Anyway, all right. 29 armored.
Well, we don't know that he did.
He invented them.
Man, fuck Alexander Graham Bell.
Yeah. What did he ever do?
Yeah. Neil Sedaka invented syphilis, and everyone knows syphilis.
Especially if they hung out with Neil Sedaka.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. May you rest in peace. Horrible. It was horrible.
By the way, I need you guys to sign a quick indemnification clause.
All right, let's say something positive. Like what he did. We number 29.
You know let's pivot to politics. It's less sensitive.
than accusing an 80-year-old fucking songwriter of inventing syphilis.
Gilbert would be proud.
He's like, I took chlamydia and I took gonorrhea, and it was like peanut butter and chocolate. I put them together, and then we got syphilis.
I don't know. No, I don't think that's how it happened.
You're welcome, world.
All right, his 30 greatest song. We said the number 30. I don't want to scroll up.
Yeah.
29, Amarillo. That sounds like a delicious ice cream. 28 is Stupid Cupid, and I don't know how many times I've been pissed off at Cupid. 27 is Sad Eyes. This guy sounds like he's living my life. 26. Our last song together. Oh my God! I mean, I want to cry.
Just go to his top 10.
Okay.
Yeah, go to like number 1 because I don't think anyone's heard of the rest.
I mean,
unless they live in the villages.
Everything he's saying makes me want to cry. I love it. And I have one other question once I'm done. I'm going to the top 5. Number 5, Lonely Night, Angel Face, 1975. I don't know what that is. Number 4, You Never Done It Like That, 1977. Apparently.
Yeah, that's where it all began.
That's the song about the syphilis.
Somebody rocked his world in a way. You gotta write a song about it.
We'll never know his name.
All right, number 3 is The Immigrant. I don't know.
He wrote that for Led Zeppelin. Great tune.
They do things that the American women don't want to do. In the bedroom.
Although, you know what? Neil Sedaka did write a song called Stairway to Heaven. No joke.
I don't know if that's true. Did he really?
No, it's absolutely true. And I was like, and I looked it up and I was like, is this like him covering Led Zeppelin? But it's actually like a 50s song. He wrote a song called Stairway to Heaven.
Really? It is not the same song.
No, it's a completely like
hilarious.
A 50s thing.
By the end of the show, I will write a song, Stairway to Heaven, and it won't be the same thing. He does Stairway to Heaven, Neil Sedaka. Can I play it a little bit, or will they flag us?
No, try it.
Play it.
You're allowed to play 10 seconds.
Yeah,
I'm allowed to play. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me turn my volume. Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
That's not it.
That's not it. You're right. It's not it. Is this an ad? I'm closing this. Close.
That's a commercial for dick pills.
Okay. This is it.
That's Neil Sedaka.
Want you for my girl. When I kissed your sweet, sweet lips, I knew that you were out of this world.
That's fucking sexy.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's what he did, man. Being raised by your grandparents, I guarantee you, your grandparents fucked to some Neil Sedaka back in the day.
No, they had sex like twice. That's it. That's I swear to God. No, listen.
No, he's right. I've seen the pictures.
me growing up, like there was no affection between those two. Like there was no music in the car. That was the worst thing. I started listening to music when I was like, I don't know, in ninth grade or something like that, because I finally got a fucking radio out on the back porch where I can like listen to stuff. We would drive somewhere. My grandfather wouldn't let me listen to the radio because we got to listen for traffic. You know, we don't know if something's happening, and I don't know. Anyway, I didn't get to hear great stuff like this. Hold on.
Climb to the highest star. I'll build a stairway to heaven, 'cause heaven is where you are.
God damn it. That's good.
That's fucking
That's
awesome.
fucking good shit.
Yeah, and in the middle is a massive guitar solo. It's just shred.
And you got to meet this. I mean, granted, he was a little older than this, but I mean, that's a legend, man. And congratulations to you for touching that guy. Did you touch him?
Yeah. I mean, I had to violate the restraining order.
I mean, in a nice way, like touch his shoulder, like, good job, partner. I mean, that's the way we end every
You
show.
make it way weirder.
I do. I don't mean to.
Did you shake his hand, Frank?
I'm sure I did.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Did you help him pee in the bathroom?
Absolutely. That was requested.
That was on the writer. That was in his tech writer.
Somebody must help zip me down.
I can't remember if it was the same night. You know how Gilbert was notorious for taking the food from all the studios?
Oh yeah.
So when we were up at Stitcher doing the show, I think it was around Thanksgiving, and it might have been the night we recorded Neil Sedaka. I can't remember. But they had a big chalkboard where they would write memos for the staff, because it was a huge operation, Stitcher and Earwolf, and there was some news thing they controlled up there.
Yeah.
So they were doing like a food drive for Thanksgiving, right? So it was like, and there were these boxes down below, and it said food drive, please leave, boxed food, canned goods, da-da-da. And then I had Gilbert stand next to it, and I wrote, "For Gilbert."
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I remember being up there thinking they had a keg. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. Like, they actually have a keg at the studio. So I went to pour beer before an episode, and it was freaking kombucha. It looked like a beer keg, and it was kombucha. I'd never spit anything out so fast.
Was it really though?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They had cold brew in one and kombucha in the other, and I was like, "What?" I felt like I was being punked.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. So you know what?
That's exactly how I felt.
that was Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I don't know where that's from. I just looked it up.
So,
like,
Frank,
this
I want to
could be
say that there's a reel that was released from the show a couple weeks ago where Owen and Bushy
Our show?
Yeah, Owen and Bushy were sticking these
the patches.
mood enhancing patches all over their face. And
I think I saw that live for a minute.
Yeah,
I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, and you commented, you're like, I went away for 5 minutes and I came back and you guys are all dressed like Peter Gabriel
in the 70s or something like that.
And so when Owen released the reel, it actually has a picture of Peter Gabriel in the reel.
I looked that shit
as
up.
reference.
I looked that shit up.
That is funny.
What is he talking about? I go, Peter Gabriel, 1970, whatever he said. And sure enough, this motherfucking picture came up with this guy with round circles under his eyes. I'm like, hell, that looked like us. You know? I gotta put this up. But,
that's awesome.
No, hey Frank, let me ask you a question. I know you work with Gilbert Godfrey. If anybody kind of said something disparaging about him or try to rewrite his history or what he did, would you feel the need to say something or bring it up, or would you just say what the fuck ever? He's gone. Who cares?
I don't think anybody has anything bad to say about him. I remember when Clubhouse was big during COVID, right?
Yeah.
And I remember being on there once, and there was a group of people shitting on what's the comedian that died? He was a good friend of Gilbert's. He used to do America's Funniest Home Videos.
Oh, Saget.
Yeah.
Bob
so
Saget,
people were
really?
like crapping on him, and then
Who could crap
I
on
came
Bob
in.
Saget?
Yeah, and they were like, they were just trying to like rip the guy apart. And I'm like, he's a normal guy. And I was sort of defending him. And somebody in the crowd was like, oh, that guy commenting he works with Gilbert. And to them, like Gilbert was the creepiest human alive. Like they just didn't understand comedy.
Which he wasn't. Yeah. And
No,
Bob
and I was like, if I have to
Bob
explain
Saget
comedy
was
to him-
such a nice dude. And so let me tell you a story about Bob Saget, Frank. Bob Saget used to, so in Orlando, if you come into Orlando to do a comedy show, it's almost 100% of the time contracted that you come into our morning show, which is Monsters in the Morning, and you come in on that show for an interview to promote your weekend shows or whatever. And so when Bob would show up, he would show up on a Thursday for his weekend shows, and then every single morning after that, he would be waiting at the door to go, I got nothing to do. I'm just waiting for my show tonight. Do you mind if I sit in on the show today? And he would sit in for the entire day.
Wow.
Because he was just that guy. He was such a great fucking dude, but he would literally, and even during the pandemic, like he would call in from his home studio and Zoom in. But he was just such a great dude. You know, he was just that guy. I loved Bob. Bob was fucking awesome.
And basically,
you know, what was weird is at Gilbert's funeral, the service, which I think is still on YouTube.
Yeah.
It was like one of the funniest things ever. It was on the Upper West Side, but then the actual burial site, which a group of us went to, was further up north, right? Like half an hour out of New York City.
Yeah.
And I got there, and I think I was one of the first people there somehow. So I kind of parked and made sure I was in the right place. But then there was this, big Escalade, black Escalade limo thing, and these like teenage girls or maybe 20 something were getting out, and they were saying, "Do you know if this is for Gilbert's funeral?" I said, "Yeah, you're in the right place. You know, I think we're just the first ones here."
Yeah.
And then I saw on the news the next day when they were talking about the funeral, that was actually Saget's daughters.
Oh,
who had come to pay their respects because I guess they were all that close.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're great. Like I said, funny. Also, another funny story about Bob. So back when,
well, that one wasn't funny.
No, this is, I'd say, the Improv, when it was in Orlando, when it first started, the Improv was on Church Street in the old Lou Pearlman buildings from Transcon, the guy that fucked over NSYNC and all them.
Mm-hmm.
And that was where the building was at. And so a friend of mine ran a head shop right around the corner from there called Kathmandu.
I remember that place.
He had pictures on the wall, so many Polaroids of Bob Saget. It was hilarious because Bob would do his shows at the Improv and then walk next door and buy his rolling papers and everything in the store. And he was like, he would knock on the window when they were closed, but they all knew him. So like, hey, he's like knocking on the window and they're like, hey, Saget's here. And then they would open the store and he would just come in and hang out with them and roll joints and smoke weed with them in the back of the store.
That's fucking
And then
crazy.
all these Polaroids of Bob Saget would just come in and smoke weed with him after his improv sets.
That's funny.
Yeah. He was just that guy, man. He was fucking great.
Yeah, he died at the the JP
Ritz Carlton in Orlando.
Which one was that? Where's that?
Down by JW Marriott.
The JW Marriott.
Yeah,
that big tall one.
Yeah.
They have a lazy.
I didn't
river out
realize
there.
he died in Orlando.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. And
Did they ever connect it to Mickey Mouse or anybody that might have been implicated in the crime?
They tried to, but he had gloves on.
I asked
white gloves.
Yeah.
He always wears gloves.
The big white gloves couldn't get fingerprints.
I asked the internet. I'm like, can you stay in the room that Bob Saget died in? And of course you can. It says yes. You can stay in the room that Bob Saget died in, the hotel room where he blah 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 found the blah blah. Yeah. Anyway, you can go to the room. You can hotel. I'm sorry. You can go to the hotel and say I want to book the room that Bob Saget died in, and they will do that for you. I mean, granted, it's like $12,000 or $1,200 a night, but I mean,
we could do it when bring a Ouija board and we'll make a show out of it.
We could broadcast live there. Saturday
Broadcast
night.
live out of it. Fuck it.
Okay, well,
Maybe Saget will pop in and tell us a story about fucking shit.
Third segment, we're calling the hotel live, and we're booking that. We're booking that. I don't care what night it is, a Saturday night.
Then you have to get podcast fan Tim Weisberg, who's up in Massachusetts, who has his own paranormal podcast and radio show. So you get him into the fold.
Okay.
There we go.
Go full Ouija board.
There we go. We can do that.
Bring it on, because I don't know if is Tom is his name.
Who?
Tim.
Okay.
He just said it, and I'm sorry. We're almost. This is, and Bushy's not here. We're almost done with this whole bottle.
Yeah, Owen and I have almost drank an
gotta
entire
slow
bottle of
this down.
Screwball tonight.
But anyway, just so you're friend,
And we're in the first segment.
oh shit, we are, buddy.
Yeah.
We are. We got an important thing to talk about next segment, so I gotta slow it
Wait,
down.
what are you guys drinking?
Screwball whiskey, peanut butter whiskey.
Let me show it to the
Wow. So what's it like to be 17?
It's beautiful. I call it the Peter Pan syndrome.
I was just saying to somebody, we had a holiday party a couple of years ago, and somebody brought a bottle of Jägermeister.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
a big bottle. And it's like, I haven't had that since like after college.
Yeah.
But also, like, that was enough.
Yeah.
And now, but as you're talking about these terrible alcohols, I'm thinking,
this is
with
not
gas
terrible.
prices the way they are, maybe this will work.
No.
Dump Jaeger in the tank.
Could possibly. Who knows?
Dude, seriously, bud. If you haven't had this, try it. I mean, you know what?
It is. It actually
Did I
is.
just lose you guys a sponsor? No, I'm
No,
sure it's like
no,
the
no,
best thing
no,
ever.
not at all.
I want
Not
them
at
to
all.
be a sponsor. They
It's-
should be a sponsor.
It's not like Jaeger. It's actually just a flavored whiskey, but it's actually really good.
Tastes
But
like
anyway,
peanut butter. It's delicious, man.
It's like drinking an alcoholic Reese's peanut butter cup.
Apparently, I get more emotional when I'm on whiskey, according to Brittany, and I think she might be right. But anyway,
Are you crying now?
I feel like it. I mean, some of these things that you talk about, your voice is so soothing, though. I love it. I'm just kidding.
Well, so anyway, Frank, the reason why he asked
It
the
is
question about Gilbert
Yes.
is because there's a story that is in the news right now about
thank you, sir.
someone who is like a father figure to Owen. Who he's the guy who wrote all the weird Florida books. He's like the main paranormal guy in Florida.
He was the
Owen was in a lot of his books when Owen was doing his like spirit hunting stuff. There was a story that came out that's disparaging him, saying that he
kinda.
made stuff up because it was a family rift. And so Owen's trying to decide whether or not he wants to just like address it and go head on into it and say this is
Or ignore
bullshit.
it.
It's not true. The man's not here to defend himself, so I'm going to do it for him. You know, he's trying to decide how he should handle it, and that's why he asked that about Gilbert.
Yeah, there's a simple formula to factor in here. What percent of your DNA is Italian?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I think like 25%.
That's enough.
Okay.
So you get a guy, you get a bat, you find the people saying the bad things.
Well, I mean,
He's not wrong.
yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. But I also have kids now, and I don't want to go to jail. I mean,
You bring them. You bring them.
bring them to jail. Bring them with
Are they
you.
in Little League?
You let them take a couple swings too.
Didn't you watch A Bronx Tale? Have you learned nothing?
Dude, last night, I don't know where we were eating, but my little daughter, she's 2 years old. She wanted a Coke, and I know we shouldn't give 2-year-olds Coke, but
No.
if she doesn't get her way, she gets really mad. So I got her a little itty bitty Coke, right? And the waitress brought it to her and put it in front of her, and I got the straw out and I put it in the Coke.
It's
and
so cute the way she plugs one nostril too.
no, not that kind of Coke.
Rolling up a 20.
Just as bad, probably. But I put my arm around my little daughter and I grab the Coke and I pull it towards her mouth, and she gets happy and she starts to go through it. I go, wait a minute, Daddy needs to try a sip. And I pull it over to my mouth. I did the switcheroo and I took a sip. She got so upset. She punched my arm for 5 minutes straight. She was so upset. She had nothing to do with that Coke after I took a sip with it. I felt so bad. I actually had to order another Coke from the waitress, even though my 2-year-old daughter shouldn't be drinking Coke, and got mad at me that I took a sip from her Coke and punched me for 2 minutes. I still got her another Coke and she was happy. So, I mean, I don't know where that fits in. But
That's the 25%
Well, it fits in
Italian.
perfectly because that kind of rage is what you need to bring with you when it's time to defend the family honor.
Yeah.
You want that. You can have some guy in the hospital going, I don't know, this 2-year-old was punching me for like 20 minutes, yelling about Coke. I don't know what happened.
all right, Mark Munchie, pull up your britches and get ready. Did I say britches? I said britches.
I just want to see your 2-year-old going, what'd you say, tough guy? Say that shit now, tough guy.
And that's why they named her Josephine Pesci.
She was just saying, "Daddy, no," the whole time. I mean, Daddy, no, Daddy, no. Like, I took a sip of your goddamn Coke, girl. Anyway, I'm sorry. All right. Let's. You wrap that up.
Yeah. Anyway, I was just I wanted to get Frank on the air because we didn't
Frank,
address
I love
the
you, man.
Sadaka stuff. Like, no, Frank's always Frank. You know you're the best caller we ever have because Frank's
Oh,
fucking
go on.
awesome. No, you're.
What's a gig like that pay? That's all I'm asking.
You're absolutely the best caller we have whenever you call in. So,
and I'll tell you, I don't even bother you when
Am I the only caller? Is that what's happening?
No. Frank, you might not even know this story. So, there's a boxer that we started talking to when he was very, very young in the sport, and now he's fighting for a title in April, and he's wearing our podcast logo on his trunks, and my.
Where on his trunks?
Right on the crotch.
Yes.
And so my face is going to be right next to a dude's nuts while he's whooping another man's ass. That's crazy,
So it's just
right?
another Friday night for you.
Let's say he wins and he gets excited and he pops a boner. Do you think my head or your head is going to be poking out?
I don't know. He's right-handed.
I think this is where you start a betting pool.
Anyway, his name is Keon Papillon. He's in the welterweight division. His dad trained with Roy Jones Jr., so he's the next generation out of that camp of fighters.
I trained with Roy Rogers Chicken.
Me, I was more of a Kenny Rogers roaster guy.
That was good too.
Yeah.
Wait, were there two different Rogers chicken places?
I don't think so. I think I fucked up that joke.
But, what's funny is I do it all the time. People are always like, "You mean Kenny Rogers?"
Yes, that's what I meant.
Roy Rogers and Gene Autry had a chicken joint.
Hold on, let me look. Let me see if I accidentally
Right next to Arthur Fiedler's fish and chips.
Arthur Fiedler's fish and chips.
Thank you for. God damn it! Wait. Roy Rogers did have a chicken joint.
Oh, did he? Okay. And then he was
Did he
raised,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Owen was raised by his grandparents, so he experienced a lot of things that the rest of us didn't when we were growing up.
The brand was sold to Hardee's in 1990. That's how far back I go. So, Roy Rogers. Anyway,
If you ever wanted to eat chicken while riding on a horse, that's where you went.
if you wanted to have sawdust in your burger, that's where you went. I don't know if that's true. Please don't sue us. Allegedly. And
Allegedly. You just have to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Hardee's isn't
Yeah.
suing anybody. Oh, okay. So Frank, last thing before we go, have you
Yeah.
seen the videos of the fast food wars ever since the video of the McDonald's CEO came out?
I've seen some of them. They're pretty funny.
Yes. So the McDonald's CEO did a video where he's biting into the new McArch burger that is their
Yeah.
their
I know
new
the
thing.
McArch.
And
it's
he's-
not new. It's been around.
Okay,
It's the
but
adult version.
He took the tiniest bite in the world.
Yeah.
Like it almost looks like he didn't bite the burger at all, right?
Look, I'm eating human food.
Yeah. So all the other CEOs started doing these videos where they're like scarfing down this food going, "Yeah, I'm not like that McDonald's asshole over there. Look at me. I'm Did you see the video somebody made? And it's obviously we know it's not the real Arby's CEO. Have you seen the Arby's one, Frank?
No.
It's a guy on Reddit that made this video, and he's claiming to be the Arby's CEO, and he's holding up an Arby's roast beef sandwich, and he's running his fingers through the folds of the roast beef and everything, and then he puts the burger onto the table, and then it's all tiled out, and he drops his pants and he fucks the Arby's sandwich.
No.
That might actually be the CEO.
Yeah.
Did you see the one for White Castles that they did their version?
No. What was
The
that?
owner ate like 5 White Castles cheeseburgers and some onion rings and then immediately threw up and then looked to the camera and said, "Perfect."
We'll resell it.
That's exactly perfect.
Dude.
I'm waiting for the guy from Taco Bell to just like totally like just fucking throw a fucking grilled stuffed burrito just to show he's more of a man than this Arby's guy or than this.
It would be great
guy.
if he bites his own food product and then starts to cry and say, "Do we sell this to people?" and just has this epiphany and decides to go gourmet and shut it all down.
No, the first 10 minutes of the video is him just doing multiple shots and smoking weed and going, "Okay, I think I'm ready."
I figure, actually, if it was actually going to be the Taco Bell CEO, it would be him going back 5 times to get the correct order. Like, it's not what I asked for. It would be like 5 trips back to Taco Bell to get the right thing.
They just recently brought White Castle here to Orlando.
Yeah.
And I went to the one, and first off, they don't give you ketchup on your burgers. You have to like specifically ask for ketchup, which fucking pisses me off.
I thought that was most of the burger was ketchup.
Well, me too. I mean, I want ketchup. I mean, that's what makes it juicy, you know?
No, and I thought White Castle, don't they do like they're heavy on the mustard, I thought.
No, it's onions. It's mostly onions, pickle, and this little tiny square burger with holes in it.
Yes, right, yeah. Yes,
that has, I think, like 0.05% beef.
And, well, then they have the 1920s burger, which is a little bit thicker piece of like meat, if that's meat, and
quote unquote meat.
Yeah, and they have lettuce and tomato, which is kind of good. But my problem is with the one here, you have to specifically ask for ketchup, which is cool. Okay, I understand it's a problem. But they don't put the ketchup.
Is there a ketchup shortage? What's happening?
I don't know. They don't put the ketchup on your burger. They give you a bunch of fucking ketchup packets. And when I'm driving down the road, I don't want to open a goddamn ketchup packet. I want the ketchup packet or ketchup to be already on my fucking burger.
Yeah, I don't think that's a lot to ask for.
Then the other thing is they have fries. They look good. They're big and thick, and they look like French fries. You eat them, they taste like fucking shit. I don't know if it's the water that they like boil in or whatever, but I've been there 3 times. It took me 3 times to figure this out. The French fries taste like shit every single time. So White Castle, I'm telling you, I'm just telling you as a fat guy, fucking fix your French fries. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
I got to tell you, I went to a Super Bowl party. I go every year. It's a bunch of voice actors.
So mad.
It used to be so we could all see everybody's commercials during the Super Bowl, but these days, it's so competitive. But there's somebody that brings like cases of White Castles every Super Bowl. And I think, I've often wondered, is there a limit? And I think this year I found it.
What was that?
I left that party thinking that wasn't smart. I think I might have to go straight to the ER.
How many White Castles?
Is it 8?
Oh, I lost count. It was just like, all right, there's nobody's eating them. I guess I'll take 2 more.
Double digits.
And then by the end of the night, they were like greasing me up to fit me out the door that I can go home.
Oh man! But Frank, the best part about the White Castles, or I would say the best part, the worst part about them is they're so accessible. Like because a White Castle burger, like you can literally grab it and eat it in one bite, and so. It's one of those things. It's like an hors d'oeuvre. So when you're at a party and there's a whole fucking plate of them or a whole tray of them, it's so easy to be like, you're on the way out the door and you're like, all right, well, time to leave. And then the wife's got to go through the room and say goodbye to everybody. And you're like, well, I'm talking to the husband here. And I just grab a White Castle and swallow it like a fat pill. And then we're still talking. Here's another White Castle. You pop them in your mouth and they kind of like melt into your mouth. You swallow them down. And when you eat them, you're like, oh, these things, no wonder they're popular. They're so fucking great. And then the next day you're shitting tar.
Yeah, well, now they have the new Ozempic burgers at White Castle, which are really good.
Well, I should try one of those. But I will say the tar stuff never happened to me. But I will go to the grocery store. They have them in the frozen section.
In the frozen section,
yeah.
So here's the thing. I have bought them many times from the frozen section. Look at me. You don't get a body like this without eating frozen White Castle. So there has been twice that I've looked at the instructions and how to cook them, because I'm the guy that even though you've cooked this thing 14 million times because you live in the microwave, I have to read the instructions every single fucking time. And I have seen there's 2 different ways to cook these on the instructions. One tells you to take it out of the plastic bag, wrap the 2 tiny burgers in a paper towel, and cook it for a minute. The other one says leave it in the plastic container, break them apart, and then open one side of the plastic bag, and then cook them for a minute. And either way I do it, they're always a little still frozen right fucking in the middle. So I take.
Well, that's the microwave's fault because microwaves leave everything in the middle frozen.
Okay, all right. So it's the microwave's fault. So what should I do? Should I cook them longer? Like
Here's the best way, and this is the also the healthiest way. Take a regular size plate, right?
And throw it in the garbage.
Take like four of them, and spread them out evenly on the plate so the middle is open, so you don't have the frozen middle thing.
Okay.
Put like a teaspoon of water on the plate.
Really?
Cover it with a second plate, and then, and this is the important part, go near a window, open it, throw both plates out the window, and then go get a regular burger.
Go get a burger. Make yourself a ham sandwich.
and just make a turkey sandwich.
Okay, I can't end this call without asking Frank. Okay, so Frank,
that's great advice.
Of any fast food place, what is your favorite fast food burger? If you're like, I want a burger, what's your favorite fast food burger?
Oh man, I don't think I have a favorite fast food burger. I mean, I think McDonald's is the most, like the Big Mac classic is sort of like the.
I fuck with a Big Mac pretty hard. Like Big Macs are one of those things where, like, a lot of people don't like them because they kind of come apart when you eat them. I love Big Macs.
I love when they get messy. No, but
a Whopper is the fucking shit though.
But
I haven't had a Whopper probably in 40 years. Like I couldn't even identify it in a lineup.
Yeah, our every Burger King is like sketchy.
Hold on, we have Chastity, who's an executive chef. She's been on our show before, and she said, "Don't be a bitch, Frank. In-N-Out or Shake Shack."
I gotta say, I had In-N-Out exactly one time. A cartoon I worked on with Amy Poehler called The Mighty Bee.
Yeah.
They had the premiere at Nickelodeon's headquarters in Burbank.
Mhm.
So Nutmeg at the time flew me out, and I took my wife with me.
Yeah.
And we were at the Sheraton Hotel in Burbank. And after the premiere, we had our car bring us to In-N-Out Burgers. I never had it.
Yeah.
Loaded up, brought it back to the hotel room, and that was pretty damn good.
Dude, In-N-Out animal style. When they call it animal style, when they add bacon to it and everything.
Really?
Dude,
Yeah, nobody told me about the codes. I just got like basic burgers like an idiot.
Yeah, they're so fucking good though.
They were really good.
Yeah.
In-N-Out is in New York now, but it's like a bodega called like In-N-Out Deli.
Really?
But you can get toilet paper there, and you can get toothpaste if you need it, or a ham sandwich. Or
Toothpaste for a ham sandwich sounds like a great
one-stop shop.
Oh yeah,
No, I just remember
she just
I got
responded.
so
She said,
excited.
"Fuck yeah, animal style, baby." That's where they add
animal styles.
Animal,
That's what I heard. All my clients that are like out in California, like, oh, did you get animal style? I'm like, oh man, I didn't know they were things.
Yeah.
I just thought like whatever. But it was pretty darn good. But if I'm going to go out of my way for fast food, it's almost always Taco Bell. And what's double upsetting is like the big and tall clothes store I go to buy. Literally next door to them is Taco Bell. So once I get through the emotional hurdle of finding clothes that fit, I reward myself with like a Mexican pizza. You know?
The struggle is real. I understand what the man's talking about. And what's
It's
worse,
like I went through it. It fit. I can have a couple of tacos.
what's worse is when I buy something and it fits great in the store and it looks great, and then I wash it once and then I put it on and then you can see my tits, and I'm like, why did it shrink so much?
Well, I can see your tits now.
I was going to say, why do you pull your jeans up so high?
They feel better. Thank you.
I think he's just wearing your jeans that high to prepare for. I'm going to bring it back. Bring it back to that place you're moving to.
That's not entirely
The
true.
Villages. If you're 55 and over and wear your jeans up to your chest,
The Villages, where your belt buckles right between your tits.
where all we serve 24/7 is White Castle. So
Welcome
come
back
on
to
into the pool. The water's brown. All right, I'm going to leave you guys with that nauseating visual.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, Frank, I love you, buddy. We'll talk again
All right,
soon.
man.
All right,
Talk
buddy.
to you in a bit.
Have a
Hey,
good night.
Get back down to Florida. Come visit us.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Bye.
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 I don't think you're ever coming down here. I mean, he will to visit his parents, but he's never going to tell us. That's for sure.
All right, dude. Let's take a quick break. We're listening to let's hit
You're listening to us. We're listening to us too.
All right, let's hit Bird and Rain. This is Bird and Rain by Trey Bien.
Wait, did you say Spanish word?
Trey Bien was French.
I knew it was in English.
All right, you listen to Pop Culture Radio. We will be right back.
From PP Boy Records, the 28th installment of the #1 compilation, bringing your favorite songs from the early 21st century. Now that's what I call dubstep. Featuring artists like DJ Schmutz, Duckhead, 28 Punch Monkey, and Andy Templeton. For example, who could forget this ditty? And of course, this heartwarming toe tapper. You remember dancing with your best girl to this one? It's a blast from the past, from your bar mitzvah. Nothing says mazel tov quite like this. Now that's what I call dubstep. Only on PP Boy Records.
Can, but her won't on my watch. I'm pilot Anthony Migliardio, founder of the only socially funded company that destroys hurricanes. Each year, hurricanes obliterate lives, property, and taxpayers' money. But I can solve this problem. Her won't stops any hurricane in any error-prone computer projection by detonating one simple, safe-tested nuclear bomb in the very center of the eye of the storm. Sound risky? After serving despite a dishonorable discharge, I've managed to sneak out with this bad boy. That's the sound of a 40-year-old floppy disk loaded with top-secret codes. Stop listening to phony pseudoscientists of climate change, and let's take back our planet. Only with her won't.
Mr. Migliardio will neither confirm nor deny the possession of top-secret nuclear code. Her won't. Patent pending, not endorsed by the Better Business Bureau. Mr. Migliardio pleads the fifth.
Yesterday's realities are today's fantasies. Hey, I'm Hetty Violet, caretaker of Astor Farms, Florida's newest and oldest rentable bed and breakfast. Astor Farms hasn't been updated nor upgraded since its construction in 1845. With no running water or power, you'll be able to live like your ancestors did, but on today's dime. If these testimonials don't sway you, nothing will.
June 12th, 2014. My wits are failing me. I feel a constant hunger for the unattainable, and a thirst that cannot be quenched. I feel a presence watching me in the darkness. A creature. A trapped soul. Somehow dodging the light of this flickering candle. By sunrise, I fear my life. Maybe an extreme danger.
How about this fine how do you do?
April 4th, 2016. The rations of hardtack are too damn stale. Cracked my front teeth in great pain. Salt pork for lunch tasted rotten. Too much salt. I told that woman not to heavy-hand the salt, but she did just to spite me. Oh God, is she trying to kill me?
Live yesterday's life today at Astor Farms. We'll get the bedroll ready for you.
I often wonder what kind of a future we're going to leave behind for the children, you know?
John! Howdy, Dale. You all right?
This is John. He's been a Continental truck driver for over 35 years.
They said, basically, you can't have the trees no more, can't chop them. There ain't none left, which I know is false. I pass them by every day, driving.
Recent congressional hearings have decimated his trucking routes, carrying precious timber from Washington State to Washington, D.C.
They call it damaging the earth. What about me? I need to feed my kids, and that's by driving a truck filled with lumber. The future concerns me right now, if I have enough money to feed my kids, yeah?
Environmental groups are petitioning against American jobs at an alarming rate, citing global climate change on so-called deforestation. Tell your state senator that American jobs are more important than trees. The planet can wait. John can't.
This
message paid for by Americans for Work.
Coming soon to the parking lot of a mid-level amphitheater near you, it's the Out of Touch Music Festival. Do you like spending the entire day in the hot sun thinking, oh yeah, I remember them. They toured for over 30 years, and now you'll wait over 30 minutes to hear that one song. They couldn't replicate their initial success, but they didn't break up. Each act guaranteed to have at least one original member. The Out of Touch Music Festival. It's not that new music is bad or you're too old. It's both.
Every year, people spend thousands of dollars on pedigreed show-quality dogs. Fancy, right? Now look at your own dog. I'll wait. Feeling like the dollar value of your beloved pooch might be a little lacking? Hi, I'm Charlie Sousa. With my patented formula for canine restoration, my team and I flipped over 800 dogs last year alone. And this year, we hope to double, triple, or even quadruple the value of your domesticated best friend. Paid $100 for your chihuahua at a rescue shelter? We'll take that little shaky son of a bitch and duct tape a spoiler to his hiney, increasing downforce and road traction. Bingo, bango, bongo. That mutt is easily worth his weight in pure commemorative figurines. It's as easy as that. Has Rex's eyesight started to fail in his twilight years? My system will teach you to prop him up in front of a piano while wearing sunglasses as we pipe in the music of a beloved king of blind piano, Ray Charles. Rex's net worth has just increased by 11%. It's just that easy. Flip That Dog LLC is the only solution you'll need for all your dog estimates, restoration, and reappraisals. Hire us today or buy my new book, Life's a Bitch, and Now I'm Rich, by Charles Sousa. Call now. Don't spend money on your pooch. Make it. Flip that dog. Woo!
Orlando's Super TV3 presents a real-world comedy filmed in front of a live studio audience. Locker Room Talk Live. Let's see what the boys get themselves into this week.
Make sure there's plenty of towels in there for when the racquet ball game is over with.
We gotta mop the shower real good this week. I know they go and pee in there.
That's not pee, though.
That not pee, though?
Hey, I just checked my 401k on the way down here. I'm rolling in it. Rolling in it, Bobby. I bet you'll let me grab her by the huh? You should be so lucky I get my hands on your mother's you son of a bitch.
Holy moly.
You damn you have offended me, sir.
Hey, I'll stuff you back in there like a goddamn bowling ball.
Oh, yeah? Well, your mother has the size of her and if you don't like it, you can take it and shove it way up your Stop touching him.
I'm the stork. Your mother. I'm the stork.
They're haunting around for real. Oh.
Tune in at 8 to see what people are willing to accept this week. Locker Room Talk, tonight at 8, only on Orlando's Super TV3.
Life's not fair! Have you felt neglected? Have your needs been denied? We are currently bringing a class action lawsuit against the news junkie. Have you been denied any of the following?
Magnet, shirt, bumper sticker, $50 gift card, badge, chat room impunity, live trivia complaints, self-validation.
Or otherwise. If you've been wronged, please don't delay. Take back what should have been yours. Join the ASCII class action lawsuit today.
You've seen the phenomenon of making a murderer. Now it's time to go a bit deeper. Super TV3 now brings you Making a Shoplifter, the documentary tale of a man accused of an unspeakable crime.
Do you know why we brought you in?
No.
Oh, you know what you did?
No.
You stole something.
I ain't stole nothing.
What was it?
I ain't stole nothing.
Yes, you did.
I bought this with 2 quarters. I had them the whole time.
What did you steal?
Nothing.
The riveting drama.
I don't know who planted them crumbs on me, but they don't want me out of this security booth.
The shocking admission.
Hey,
Yeah,
what you doing?
nothing.
What you doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. You know.
well, what they got you there for?
Yeah, I've been sitting here about around 18 minutes. Ma, I really have to pee.
At the mall?
Drama unhinged.
We have the evidence, the surveillance tape. Your Honor, he stole a bag of bugles.
I hate bugles.
Sir, you are currently wearing bugles on your fingers.
Playing witch fingers don't make me guilty. I just like to have a good time.
In a new 18-part series, Making a Shoplifter. Don't miss a single second. Only on Super TV3.
You enjoying the game? It's a nice day. A little hot.
God, Dad, shut up already.
What did he say? Yeah, I can't make that out. I'm trying to. I mean, we should chant along.
You're
but
gonna embarrass me.
I'm just trying to sing along.
At a soccer match, but feeling a little left out. We've all been there before. If this is your first time watching soccer, we can help with the new app, Soccer Dad. With Soccer Dad, our patented algorithm will scan the crowd to pair it with your local team's custom songs. Turns into
Your sock has a hole.
Wow, that sounds a lot less aggressive than them.
Well, what about this classic?
Your neighbors drive.
Hey, our neighbors do drive a car.
You are so stupid, Dad. I hate you.
I'm just trying to be your friend.
Soccer Dad. We can't make your kids like you, but we'll try. From the makers of Sicker.
Builder's Blocks. Hey, I'm Shay, owner of Builder's Blocks. We get it. January, New Year's resolutions, no one has time for that. Right now at Builder's Blocks with a Z, Central Florida's most ripped gym, we pay you. We literally will pay you and you won't have to work. It's simple. Join and bring 2 friends. Sound easy? It is. We'll even pay you more if those friends bring friends. Stay swole with the pros. Only at Builder's Blocks. Discounts of pre-approved groups of 5 or more.
Just in time for the political season, PP Boy Records presents Ragtime Election Time, a collection of only the finest political parody songs featuring Hillary and the Clintones with their version of the Deleted Emails Blues.
Deleted email blues. Thank you.
And the hit single Trump Dumps by the Trump Tonights.
I'm in the dumps because today Donald Trump's got this election all in a spin.
I would be remiss to not mention the Bernie Sanders should have been nominated with their smash hit, Bernie Sanders should have been nominated.
Bernie Sanders should have been nominated.
Ragtime Election Time, only on PP Boy Records. Get political with funny.
Looking for professional installation for that fence? Don't want to do it yourself? Look no further than Fence Crafter, Central Florida's newest and coolest wall building company. If you're like me, you want a yard wall built exactly for your personality, and Fence Crafter will absolutely do it for the least amount of money. If it's important to you, we'll do it, guaranteed. Custom painting, 3D print renderings, and free shipping is the Fence Crafter way of business. Call or find us on social media for your free estimate. Fence Crafter.
Have you ever been hungry? Boy knows I have. And sometimes you just don't know where to go. That's why I started Steve's House of Food, where you can get all your favorite foods. Located in my house, Steve's House of Food has all your favorite foods like chicken, nacho, beef, bean, beets, bread, pan-seared foie gras with a Merlot reduction served on polenta, and snacks. Steve's House of Food, where your favorite foods are now also my favorite foods as well. Please come to my house. Please.
This is not a political ad. If it were a political ad, you would know, because it would begin with dark and somber music as I talk about the person I don't want you to vote for, like this. Also, I would drop my voice a little to sound more ominous as I tell you things about the candidate that are designed to scare you about the future if they were elected. Facts are not important here because I'm just trying to manipulate your feelings. But I don't want to end there. Now I want to make you feel good. So we'll switch to more upbeat music here, as I now tell you the person for whom I want you to vote for. Again, facts are not important here. We will just say things like our candidate will provide better schools, lower taxes, and puppies and kittens for all. Finally, if this were a political ad, you would hear a statement about who is paying for this, like a political action committee, which raises millions of dollars from the very wealthy with hopes of getting you to vote for the candidate that they think will benefit them the most. The Phillips File is responsible for the content of this ad about the making of a political ad.
in this town. Used to be you didn't have to lock your doors at night. Nowadays, you can't even leave a magnet on your car. I've seen the devil in a man's eye before. Have you or anyone you know been scarred by magnet theft?
Well, I sure wish there was somebody we could trust, you see.
Well, then you called the right number. The safe recovery of your magnet gets my ticker thumping. I'm Magnet PI, and I won't sleep until you can.
Education can be the most important decision of your life. So why not invest your life savings on one of the best, Altamont College? Welcome home. This above average college will help you decide if college is your calling. Whether you're a doctor or physician, a teacher or librarian, a farmhand or otherwise, Altamont College, let us wow you with promises.
Do you like pudding? I mean, really like pudding? Have we got the palace for you? Built on repurposed Native American lands, Pudding Palace boasts the most name brands and well-known traditional gelatins from every country on Earth. Our Yelp reviewers speak for themselves. What about you there in the sweatpants?
My mom drops me off like twice a week. It's awesome. I'm 45.
And what about you, little lady?
I came here looking for love. I found pudding.
Hey, buddy, what's your favorite part of the Pudding Palace?
These guards talk about elegance. I felt like I was in an actual palace.
All right, I see a bit of a line. Good. Okay, getting kind of busy here. Let's just go and see what's going on around the corner over here. And hey, sweetheart, what do you think of Pudding Palace?
I never knew pudding could be so fancy.
Well, there you go. As you can see, we got nothing but satisfied customers here at the Pudding Palace.
And my check was for
Nope,
$65?
nope. Focus on me.
What sort of mother?
Right.
It's that
Oh, someone doesn't have our rewards card. Come on down to Pudding Palace. Pudding Palace, where pudding kings are born. Take things to a new level upon Wii with the first annual French Riviera Games. Events include
cigarette smoking, depressing filmmaking, scouting, esoteric performance art, and moustache. Fun for the whole family.
We will have disinterested mimes that will challenge your child's sense of existential security.
And a bounce house.
A special appearance by over 50 Serge Gainsbourg impersonators.
And Jean Reno.
Check out our midway games and events. And
Bucket.
The French Riviera Games,
where the wine flows like the river Rhone.
Coming to an empty field near you. It's been called this year's sleeper hit. Prime time tomorrow on Orlando's Super TV 3.
Where's it go, Miero?
I'm afraid you'll have to try a little harder, Hernandez.
Where did you put her? She's too big to fit in these drawers. And she's made of bony skin, not invisible matter. I know she cannot be standing right here.
Clever detective, but not clever enough.
¿Por qué, Miero? She's just a girl. A closet-sized girl. Dios mío, there's a closet door right here.
Oh, no. No, don't open that door!
Carrie DeLipschitz and Jim Mahoney star in Milfada Hernandez, Detective Milf, only on Orlando's Super TV 3. Tonight at 9 on Orlando's Super TV 3. She's a nun with a secret past.
I must confess, I've never ever taken confession, never.
He's a 12-year-old genius who plays by his own rules.
Oh, DDoS hack of NORAD? Child's play. First, soccer practice.
Together, they are Penguin and the Rookie.
Never gonna work, Rookie. That's what Bob said about birth control.
Two paths, one journey, where salvation and puberty collide.
Defuse the bomb already, honey. I can still catch happy hour. Chill out, you old bird. I have 15 seconds and 10 are for boobies.
Start the habit. Penguin and the Rookie on Orlando's Super TV 3.
After being laid off, attorney Crab Newberg was able to recover $2.1 million from me. Thank you, Mr. Newberg.
You're welcome, Joe. I was honored to recover $2.1 million for Joe after he was fired from his job, and I'd be willing to help you too. I've graduated from an accredited law school and passed an intensive examination in the state of Florida. No one has the right to treat you like dirt, but if they do, I will make them pay. Simply go to askthecrab.com and see what Crab Newberg can do for you.
The Blackwell Building, Wednesday, 9:15 a.m.
Why are you standing so close to the printer?
The paper is so warm when it comes out.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was the only one.
Oh, this place is freezing all the time.
I know, right?
So I'm not the only one?
Ladies, if you have time to be standing around, you certainly have time to be working. Don't you have anything you could be doing right now?
Yeah, like maybe have a core temperature of more than 65 degrees.
It's so cold. I can't type.
I don't know. It seems fine to me. I just get back to work. That's all I want.
I can't.
Someone needs to take charge around here.
Someone needs to light a fire in this bitch. Give me the papers, Alice.
Wait, what?
Men are always telling women what they can and can't do with their bodies. Now they have a stranglehold on the AC.
Hold on. The thermostat is right over there. Literally, I can see it from here. It's 20 feet away. I have no control over that.
Oh, right. It's always somebody else, never you, Harold.
Smash the window!
You guys realize this is a felony, right?
My nipple could cut diamonds, Harold. Diamonds.
Like, you're going to jail, or at least there's a hefty fine.
Call that hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Did you know male-controlled thermostats are the #1 leading cause of workplace violence? Don't be Harold. Always keep your thermostat set to 82 degrees. It's the only way to stay safe.
Baseball, apple pie, your grandmother's fried chicken. These are great institutions of the American dream. And let us not forget another icon of the greatest country on earth, a German-style Mexican imitation lager. Now that's America. Here at Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery, we've been bottling up freedom for over 6 years, and we encourage every American to embrace their God-given freedom with their lips. Want to work as a pedicab driver and play Pokemon Go all day while enjoying one of our Imperial Cuck Stouts? The Badass Hangry Eagle says, "You do you, brah brah." Literally, we trained one. It says that. America. Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery. America AF.
Welcome back to Pop Culture Radio.
I like this. Who is this?
This is Watch Me Disappear with the song Onan the Barbarian.
Onan.
Yeah.
That's what my boy calls me. Onan.
Yeah.
Onan the Barbarian. That's what I'm going to tell him to call me.
Great fucking, this is early 2000s Orlando prog metal.
Onan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
The guy that comes out and drinks beer. Onan the Barbarian.
He has the big ass hammer, but he uses it to open beer bottles.
That's the yeah, I love him.
Oh man,
dude. That first segment we talked about some people that died in our lives and it sucks, or my life, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
And it sucks when somebody dies and you kind of like, you know, you have this fantasy like, maybe this is like a movie, maybe this didn't really happen, they'll show up again. I used to have that thought when when I was a kid and my dad died. I was like, maybe when I'm 20, because that was so far away. When I'm 20 and an adult, he'll show up again, and it was all fake, and it was a mystery, and he was fighting crime somewhere in another country. None of that fucking shit happens.
Yeah.
However, I was looking at my Facebook feed, and I was looking through all my friends, and it breaks my heart whenever I see a friend that loses a pet.
I know. Yeah.
And even if I didn't know this animal, I start looking at all their pictures, and
I already know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
It breaks my heart now.
Evil Eye, right?
Yes, Evil Eye.
Yeah.
I see this picture the other day on his Facebook page. Evil Eye. He's a cool, interesting dude. I guess his claim to fame, I guess if you could call it that. He records all the shows.
He's the archivist for WTCast.
Well,
has been for 25 years.
The Monsters of the Midday,
Yeah.
more specifically.
Yeah.
He's fucking awesome guy. There was one time, Dirty Jim. Do you remember what's her name? Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
She was pregnant, and somebody took a picture of her on the balcony, topless, pregnant with a big old fat pregnant belly, smoking a fucking cigarette.
Yeah.
And the monsters started talking about it, and they were scrambling, to find the picture. And I'm like, fucking, I got this. I know the website. And I sent it to him. And Dirty Jim was like, fucking Fireside, because that was my name.
Yeah.
Fireside's the man. He's awesome. And I'm like, God, I wish I would have had that recorded. And fucking Evil Eye sends me like a clip 20 minutes later. Here it is. And I have that somewhere. I have that.
That's
clip
awesome.
Where
and he helped me also. Remember when we had Jeremy and Lena from Back to the Frontier on the air?
Yeah.
Evil Eye found their songs, the Garden Groove songs from the Monsters. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he found those songs and sent those to me. And and so like he's the guy that he has everything.
Yeah. So he lives on a farm, and he takes care of a farm, and he has a lot of different animals. And I don't know if they're like full on pets or strays that sometimes come by, and he takes care of them. But he had a cat that he was, I guess, somewhat attached to, and I guess in his daily things that he does around the farm, he went out to the street, and oh my God, there's my cat.
Yeah,
he's in the fucking street. And then he posts a picture of just like something that was buried, and its footprints all over it.
The grave where he buried it. Yeah.
Did you continue reading in that thread?
Yeah. No, I know. I didn't read the whole thread.
You didn't read the whole thread, so you don't know what happened.
No.
His cat, his real cat.
Yeah.
It showed up. That was a lookalike that got hit.
My God, are you kidding me?
No, it was a lookalike cat that looked exactly like the cat he thought it was, got hit. So he mourns for this cat. I like this cat. Oh my God, I'm so sad you're dead. He buries this
and then his cat showed back up like, what's up, dude?
What the hell, man?
Oh, man.
What a fucking mind trip.
What a roller coaster of emotions to go on.
I know. I think he needs to dig up the dead cat and make sure it's still in there. I mean, if he digs in there and there's nothing there, maybe we got some paranormal shit happening here. But I mean, I can't tell you how many times in my life that I wished whatever I just heard, so-and-so died, so-and-so passed away, it's over for so-and-so. I just wish I would like wake up the next day and poof, they're there. Just kidding. That was somebody that looked like me, dude.
And he's listening right now. He just posted. He's listening.
Oh.
Evil Eye knows. He holds a special place in my family. He back when we were doing the omnibus thing and like we were part of the show, like the day that we got like the Gorilla TV like Band of the Year award, Evil Eye was at the house.
What's he really?
Yeah, he came over to the house. Him and Sidonia girl came over to the house. They were at the house that night.
She is so sweet. I like
that
girl.
You were there that night. That was the night that Scott Casey climbed up in the tree. Remember, he was up in the tree with the cigarette.
Oh my God! Yeah.
You were there that night too. But he's been around so long, man. I love that guy, and I know he doesn't like talking on the air. And but one of these days he's gonna break his shyness because that guy's got a ton of stories, man. I love him.
Dude, I'm probably just as shy as he is, and here I am fucking spewing my life out. You gotta ignore the fact that like there might be 12 people listening, and you gotta focus on the guy in front of you, who is my buddy.
He just commented, "A dead cat has no personality."
Well, that is a fact.
That's a fact.
I mean,
you can't dispute that.
Yeah, you cannot dispute that. But anyway, all right. So anyway, there's a good story. We usually talk all about death, but there's a death, but a life also. I just hope that cat doesn't get run over tomorrow. I mean, that would suck. I mean, that would really suck. But anyway, Evil Eye. I'm glad things are going good for you. So anyway, iPhone. All right, you want to get into the story?
Let's do
a
it.
little bit.
Yeah,
let's
let's tell the story.
I
We tease the shit out of it.
We I mean, that's what we do. We
But it's worthy. This is a very worthy fucking story to be talking
well,
about.
I know. I mean,
I think
it's worthy, but it's also is it worthy? So anyway, Anthony Talcott, who wrote this article, has not messaged me back. I also messaged him on mesh. Let's get the slur out.
Yeah.
I also messaged him on Facebook, and he has not replied back. Anthony, no shade here. Is that what the kids say? Because he looks younger.
Yeah.
No shade here. We're just trying to get you hooked up with a more reputable paranormal investigator other than this Mark Muncy. Which I'm going to say, Mark, he seems to have a lot of same friends as I do, like in the Weird Florida circle. So
mutual friends.
So I don't know if he's legit or if he's just hanging around. But let me read you this article that it wasn't good enough to get on the real news, but it was on the.
It wasn't on broadcast. It was on their internet, their web based.
Make it sound nicer for me, so Anthony doesn't get mad at us.
Okay, so Click Orlando and Local 6 News is my favorite source of news in Orlando.
Yes.
Because I just love that station and I love what they do. So they have Local 6, and then they have Click Orlando, and that's their web-based news. So if they have a story that's not necessarily going to make it onto a live broadcast, they do it on the Click Orlando site, and then they have somebody cover the story there.
Would you say if it's not good enough to be on the live news, it's on Click Orlando?
I would say if it doesn't have enough public interest, then they wouldn't use like broadcast news time to talk about a story that maybe isn't prominent enough that enough people, in their listening.
Let's say a news investigator, what's it called, a reporter, wrote a story and called like some guy like by the name of Mark instead of calling a guy by the name of Owen. If he called a guy by the name of Owen, he could have been on the real news instead of on just the internet news.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we're saying.
Okay. All right.
Anthony,
if he had called the right source, then he may have a different story.
There you go. I'm sure that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know.
And I just say, what I want to say, like before we go on into this, is that because I know you might not be as eloquent in saying this. Because
that is right.
Because you're closer to the situation than I am.
And also I'm stupid.
But just to paraphrase all of this, the man, Charlie Carlson, who is a father figure to you.
Yes, he was.
There's a news story on the Local 6 website that calls him a liar.
Kind of, yes, pretty much. Yes. It was published February 25th, 2026 at 5 a.m.
Okay.
So Tony, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise, but doesn't make your stories that you publish 100% true.
Right.
Okay, let me read this. The story published, and I will put this on the internet so everybody can click on it and read it and listen. And if anybody in this article, while I'm talking about it, gets my emails and like what's going on and happens to click through here, go ahead and click through Dirt McCoy on the socials and call us up or send me a message and I'll give you the fucking number, whatever. But here's the story. The caption reads, the headline reads, there's a huge myth about this stretch of I-4 in Central Florida. Here's the truth. That's the headline. Then you know how they have like the little headline underneath it.
Yeah.
Legend stems from late Central Florida historian Charlie Carlson. So, all right, they're saying, all right, there's a huge myth out there and a legend stems from Charlie. Okay. All right. Some residents in Central Florida may have heard about a supposedly cursed stretch of Interstate 4 known as the Dead Zone. I played the story earlier. If you didn't, go back. If you didn't hear it, go back and listen to the first part of the show. Turns out that the rumors about this section of highway may have been made up. What? All right. Why does it? The phrase was first coined by the late historian and author Charlie Carlson from his 2005 book Weird Florida. Let me get that right. No, actually, here's Weird Florida. It wasn't first published in this book. Do your research, my man. It was first published, according to Charlie, in Weird Florida 1. Although I have the first edition here, first print. That's fucking rare. Yeah. And I'll read it more. I don't see it exactly in here. I know it is exactly in Weird Florida 2, which might have came out a little bit after Weird Florida, but I am in both Weird Florida and Strange Florida too. So go get those books. So again, do you want to go, Anthony? I'm asking you. Do you want to go to a guy that's writing books about weird stuff that other people have experienced, or do you want to go to the guy that people are writing the books about? Yeah. I'm just saying. This Mark. Let me keep reading there, Anthony.
No, hold on.
Yes.
To justify that, you're in multiple of these books.
Multiple books.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be in books.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go to a haunted place and get scared a little bit. I wanted to feel something other than the feeling that I have inside of me all the time. I mean, everybody can relate to that, right?
Right.
Yeah. Right. Sure. Let me practice my reading. Turns out the rumor may be made up. All right. No, I don't know. I mean, let's break it down. Every haunted story out there is fucking made up. I'm sorry. I mean, you go out there, you experience something, and then you think, why did I experience that? It might be because of this. Okay, that's something. I'm going to say that. It was just made up. Whether it's truth or not, who knows? I'm just saying I've been out to like hundreds of haunted spots.
They're called theories for a reason.
I've worn this exact same fucking outfit. It absorbed all the fucking energies at every place I've been to. So this thing I'm wearing is the most haunted piece of clothing ever to exist. I'm saying that now. I'm claiming it. I'm fucking
okay. Yeah.
Why the fuck not?
That piece of clothing has been in all of the most haunted places.
It's been to NASA, motherfuckers. It's been under the Apollo launch pad where it's like really fucking creepy and dark. It's really dark. Even in the daylight, it's dark. Who knew? All right. The phrase was first coined by the late historian in 2000 where Florida. It describes the parcel of land among southern part of I-4 bridge over the St. Johns River. So when you're leaving Orlando and you're going over the St. Johns River right in Sanford and you're going over to Deltona, I guess it is.
Yeah.
That part of the highway was notorious. It's not so bad anymore, but your signal would drop out because you came to a lake or a
it's
river.
a dead spot in the cell signal. Yeah.
And Charlie said, you know what? There's a dead zone there. And this is actual fact. They found graves there. Whether or not they dug them out, they were supposed to dig them out and move them. But I guess if I owned land there and had a house there like Charlie and his family did, they would see that, hey, nothing was ever dug up here and you're just still building things here. That's supposedly what happened. I don't know whether that's true or not, but it doesn't sound like they have a necessary grave.
So his story is his family owned that property.
His family and a bunch of other people.
But they try to make it in the article say that his family owned that property and it was taken in eminent domain. Yes. And then he had a vendetta against it because that's the way it was taken. But in his writings, I don't see it that way because what he said was the property was taken for eminent domain to put I-4 up that patch. But what he says is he personally witnessed that they marked off where their graves were
and ignored them.
And then ignored it, and they just paved the interstate over top of them, so they never removed the graves before they put the road right over top of them. And that he witnessed that with his own eyes, that they never came out to relocate those bodies before they paved the road.
Now, what does that really mean? It means,
and what that tells me is that he personally saw this happen And whether or not that's the reason why there's a dead zone there or not,
It's not.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
It's not. But he saw that happen because they said the Department of Transportation said they relocated the bodies. But what he knows is that they did not.
Yeah.
They did not.
And again, what this is all about is not forgetting those German settlers, you know. But anyway, so let me go
died
on.
of the yellow fever.
Yep. Per its name, the spot is known for lacking cell reception, though it's not the only weird feature. People are claiming to see all kinds of things: orbs floating across the highway, apparitions on the side of the road hitchhiking, phantom trucks, you name it, Carlson wrote. Which, you know, I don't think he made up any of that, but I think he went to people like me when he met me, and I said, yeah, I've been to fucking NASA. I've done ghost investigations. People say there's weird things. He writes about it. Is he going to say, listen, that's a great story, but I don't think it's true, I'm not going to include it here?
Prove it to me.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's going to be an author. He's going to fucking write about it. So he has this piece of land that is family owned that I guess the state took and probably paid him for it. I mean, but he knew that, hey, there's graves on here that nobody moved, you know, whatever. Yeah. And now I'm seeing like people talk about how they don't have cell reception here, and people talk about how they see things weird there. I'm going to write about it. Let's say, okay, look, I got to read the rest of the story. Hold on, I'm getting there. Guys, hold everybody. According to Carlson, the part of the highway was built over the remains of 4 German immigrants who died of yellow fever in the late 1800s. So a little over 100 years ago. Their bodies have been buried in the woods with no last rites, he claimed, though the land was eventually bought by Carlson's grandfather roughly 100 years later. So his grandfather finally bought it, and his grandmother apparently. However, Carlson added that the land was eventually purchased by the state in the 1950s. You know, way later, you know, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
To pave the way for the new interstate. Since then, the site has been struck by Hurricane Donna, a tractor-trailer truck carrying frozen shrimp. Now, keep in mind, this is coming straight from the Channel 6 news people. This is in their article. This area hit Hurricane Donna, a tractor-trailer truck carrying frozen shrimp, jackknife, right above where the graves were, and put shrimp. I mean, if I was fucking pissed off that my grave was ignored, I'd make shrimp go everywhere and stink up the place. Sure, that's what I would do.
If it was me, I'd be out there picking up the fucking frozen shrimp.
Some others claim that wispy balls of light and zigzag across the pavement. Blah blah blah. There have been more accidents per year in such a small quarter-mile section of highway than all the other sections of highway between Daytona and Tampa. Channel 6 News investigates. So anyway, was it all a prank is what Channel 6 News is asking. And do they go to somebody who was really close to Charlie Carlson, who's the most credible paranormal investigator of all times ever? Me? No. They go to some guy named Mark, who probably, I'm just going to say, from reading all the books that he's trying to hawk out there, he probably was pissed off that Charlie got the chance to write the Weird Florida book and not him. I'm just saying that. I don't know if that's true. I just have a feeling. Anyway, let me read this. While reporting on this area in 2023, News 6 reached out to state officials with the Florida Department of Transportation to determine whether any of these claims are true. Now, granted, this is 10 years later from when Charlie actually said it was going on and actually found out stuff that was going on.
Yeah.
And the man's been dead for fucking 11 years. So we're talking like 20 years, 2 decades ago is when he was getting the information about this I-4 dead zone.
Yeah.
An FDOT spokesperson, Florida Department of Transportation spokesperson, explained that this stretch of highway hasn't seen an unusual high number of crashes lately. Though apples to oranges comparisons with other sections of I-4 can be difficult. So he's basically saying, I fucking don't know what right. There's wrecks and there's not wrecks. I don't fucking know. But earlier this month, News 6 spoke to author and historian Mark Munchie. Munchie. He looks like he's a Munchie, who used to work alongside Carlson when it came to researching strange Florida stories. Now, right there, me and Charlie talked about a lot.
Yeah.
We experience a lot. Never once did I hear the name Mark Munchie come up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and you still speak to Charlie's family.
Oh, absolutely.
And they've never mentioned this name either, right?
Yeah. His daughter, like, I mean, dude, she was one of the first ones I called when I was going through my second divorce. I'm like, I'm fucking sorry. I'm sorry. She's like my older sister I never talk to anymore. So, I mean, this is what, when I was hanging around, first started meeting Charlie and hanging around, apparently they said I looked a lot like their son. And their son is the one who I keep having a relationship. And I love Charlie's grandson, who's also named Charlie. Charlie's son is named Charlie. Charlie's grandson is named Charlie. It's a thing that they do.
Okay.
It's beautiful. I love it. And so Charlie's son messaged me. I talk to his grandson a lot. I'm kind of like an extended uncle to his grandson.
Okay.
But his son messaged me and said, "Hey, listen, I somebody sent me this article. Like, I just want you to talk about it." And he didn't say any specifics or anything, but I read it. And what I'm about to, the way what Mark says here in a second, it's just, I don't know who this guy is. First off, I don't know if he ever actually worked alongside Charlie Carlson unless he met him at like one of his book sightings, and therefore he says he worked alongside him.
Right.
I worked alongside the motherfucker. I helped him write. I didn't help him write the book, but when he was writing the book, he's like, "Give me some ideas," and I'm like, "Here's some ideas." And what you want to? Let's go to the fort in St. Augustine. He's like, "Don't ever do that. It's a national treasure. You can't get in there. Don't waste your time." I'm like, "Motherfucker, watch this." And I got the filming permit. We spent the night in the goddamn fort. He wrote about it in the goddamn book. That's what I'm saying when I say I helped him. I'm like, listen, I don't take this stuff seriously, but I love the history. I love the stories of this shit. Let's experience it, motherfucker.
Let's figure out a way to get there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But and all that time, I never heard the name Mark Munchie. So I'm just saying that. I'm just throwing it out there. If he can show proof, like he did that Charlie's family, even though didn't need to show proof that his Charlie's family fucking owned that property because he writes about it in his goddamn book. Anyway, let's talk. Let me keep reading. I'm sorry. I'm getting excited.
I get it. No, you have every right to be. Yeah.
Channel 6. Anthony, Tony goes on to say, according to Mark Munchie, the whole legend stemmed from a grudge over the land. As Munchie told it, the land had been owned by Charlie's father, but a family member was injured at some point in a tractor accident near an old grave site on the plot. All right. I've never heard about the accident, but what did he just say? He just admitted that there was a grave site on the plot.
Yeah.
So I'll read you something here from Charlie Carlson's Strange Florida book, number 2. And this is a first edition. So, I mean, they couldn't have corrected anything. It's the first fucking edition. And I'll read you what. Never once does he mention that he's mad that his family member got hurt or something. He talks about this. This is not like, Mark, you are not so smart that you found out some secret that Charlie's family owned this plot of land. He admits it.
Yeah.
It's not a secret, dude.
At no point does he say that he's upset with it. Or at no point does he say someone in the family got injured there. He says nothing of that.
He talks about the grave sites, which you did too. So there, Mark. All right. So they came up with this. This is what Mark says. They came up with this story. Oh, it must be cursed. It must be haunted. That sort of thing, Munchie said. It's just a family tale. That's all it is. What?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where you get from that jump to that jump unless you're jealous that this author, Charlie Carlson, actually wrote books that people read. Okay. However, when I-4, the project kicked off, state records show that the land was taken from the Carlson's fathers. It's no big deal. These are he then,
which is not a hidden fact. Everyone knows that.
He gives these records from, I don't know, they don't even have a date on here.
Charlie wrote about it in his own book.
And let me just say, it wasn't just his father that owned the land, owned by, let me say, Annabelle somebody, Han Wickens, William Henry Hawkins and his wife, Jessie Mae Hawkins, Albert Evans Hawkins and his wife, Nettie Hawkins, Claude Sidney Hawkins and his wife, Rena Hawkins. Grace, I could keep going. The very last fucking names on the list, what you kind of think would be less important, like the last ones, Gladys Elizabeth Hawkins Carlson and her husband Charles C. Carlson. That was Charlie's father. Yeah,
so they were the last owners of the land before the I-4 project started.
Exactly. They were like 20 other fucking people, and it's hard for me to believe that he would have a grudge with all those other people fucking owning it. And what would the grudge for?
Yeah,
he didn't care about. I mean, They were celery farmers, and I think they probably had some celery farm land over there because they need a lot of water. It's right there by the St. Johns River. Yeah. And the man told me he actually wrote some books. Go look them up. It might actually talk about that land. He wrote some book called When Celery Was King, and it was talking about like how Sanford was a city that farm pretty much celery, and you know what?
They have a bar called Celery City for that reason.
Exactly,
because Sanford was Celery City. Yeah,
you know what he told me? He said he wrote that book and he sold like 5 fucking copies. Then he just said, fuck this. I'm getting all my fucking weird stories together. And he put out like a Strange Florida pamphlet or something, and he sold like 100,000 fucking copies and made like some money off them. Stupid pamphlet where he got some fucking stories that everybody would tell and put them together and realized there's no money in actual fact. I'm writing about, these legends, these stories.
Yeah. If you told me I saw a fucking Bigfoot,
I'm going to write about it.
A Bigfoot walked out of the fucking woods, jerked off in my face, and then ran off into the distance.
Who am I to tell you no?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I wasn't there. You saw that? Yeah.
That was the story that Scott Marlowe used to tell me. Not so much the jacking off part, but God rest his soul. He would tell me he was in Orlando, kind of on 436 near the airport before it was all built up, and he saw a fucking skunk ape by a dumpster, and I questioned that. I'm like, are you sure it wasn't a fucking hippie? It was the 60s. They were looking for something, but he swore it was a fucking skunk ape, and he was part of the weird Florida family, and God rest his soul too, man. I'm going to finish reading this article in a minute, but when I looked into Mark Munchie a little bit, and Mark Munchie is friends with God rest his soul, Scott Marlowe, and Rob. Remember I talked about the guy that was on Wife Swap, who was also part of Weird Florida?
Yeah.
Mark Munchie's a friend of him and his wife. So this Mark Munchie has infiltrated the Weird Florida alumni, let's say, and made friends with as much as he can. And it's almost like he's trying to take over a spot from a dead man, and you suck.
But he's not friends with you.
Not friends with me. No.
Is he friends with any other members of Charlie's family?
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
absolutely not. I don't.
But you worked with the guy.
He supposedly worked with
the guy, but not friends with any of his family.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great. You know what? Guess who I worked with? I worked with Gilbert Godfrey. And me and him worked we did some stuff together. I know you guys don't know about it, but we worked a lot together. Just trust me.
Yeah.
I'm doing what Mark is doing with Charlie.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me keep reading. The evidence domain that portion of his family land that Charlie never forgave them, Munchie explained, and so Charlie never forgave. So he's saying he's inferring that the whole family and Charlie never forgave the state for taking this land away, which I know Charlie lived in New Smyrna Beach and he loved his house and he could care less about that land. Anyway, as a result, Munchie claimed Carlson crafted the legend of the dead zone on I-4 as an act of revenge.
Yeah.
Some people have spotty cell phone reception there, but that's because it's between Sanford and Cassadaga. Okay. That doesn't make it. Okay. That's what Munchie said.
Yeah.
It's already got a kind of weird reputation because Cassadaga. So there's some Cassadaga is like 20 miles down the goddamn road.
Yeah, it's
You
not
go-
even close.
You go over the river, you have the land, you have Deltona, you have some Orange City.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of shit before Casadega there, Munchie. Get your shit fucking facts straight if you're going to talk about Dead Man, motherfucker. God damn. All right, Carlson himself passed away in 2015. God rest his soul. It's 11 years ago now, Munchie. He died of cancer. He's known as the Master of the Weird. On his gravestone in Lake Mary, you can actually see that says Master of the Weird. And his wife was a big fan of squirrels. She has actually a squirrel on her gravestone, which is kind of cool with like the silly little stuff we've been doing lately.
Yeah,
Kinda,
Bang Fanglin.
Yeah, it kind of ties in. Charlie Carlson specialized in writing about paranormal and strange pieces and events from all across the state. And that's where the article ends. So, Mark, as you're trying to make your name for yourself, your article still ends with Charlie Carlson getting his dick sucked. So you suck, Mark. I tried messaging Mark to come on the air to give his side of it, but right now he realized that Florida has been milked for as much as he can, so he's going around to every weird and crazy convention around there trying to hawk his books that nobody will read. So that's what Mark's doing right now. He's probably a little tired to defend himself. Tony Talcott of Channel 6 News, he's a little bit busy and he hasn't been messaging me back. So Tony, when you're ready, PCRadio69@gmail.com. We'll have you on anytime to defend your spot. Or if you need to talk to a real paranormal investigator, a real Floridian that was born here, that has been raised here, a reared here is the proper termination. Or not termination. What's it?
Terminology.
Terminology. That's the fucking word. Thank you, goddamn you. Anyway, I'm here, Tony. You can call me, but Mark, know your lane. Just know that you will never sell as many books as Charlie ever has. So stop trying to be like him. Settle down. If you want to talk to me, if you want me to help you sell some books, I will let you come on my airwaves and talk a little bit. But you got to apologize for what you said to Channel 6 News, and you suck. Anyway, all right. Is that it?
Yeah, fuck you, Mark.
I mean, in a nice way. Fuck you. I want to be nice to everybody, but I just don't like when you talk about dead people that can't defend themselves.
Yeah.
And say their shit's made up. You know what, Mark? From what I see that you're writing about, it's all made up. You're just copying stories that other people fucking said anyway, and you don't know if it's true either. So stop trying to cut down the best that there ever was for the state of Florida, and just know your role.
Charlie Carlson was a historian of the state of Florida.
Absolutely, a real Floridian.
Yeah.
Not a transplant there, Mark.
Yeah.
You know, I know you came here at like 16 and then left and then came back. You're not real.
Yeah.
Go away. I was born in Ocala, fucking Florida, and Redneckville, right north of fucking the villages where all the old people get STDs. I mean, you're probably in there sometime soon. I mean, anyway.
Or according to Frank, who is it that created it? He said,
"What, the villages?
No, the STDs.
No.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, Frank had a theory on it.
But anyway, all right. That's enough. Let's take a break, and when we come back, I feel better a little bit. We got a lot of stuff. We got Justin Timberlake. We got Jim Carrey to talk about. We got Peter Pan to talk about if you want. There's also the Goonies and the Back to the Future theory that's going around. So there's so much, and the time travelers. I don't know which one of those we're going to talk about in the third segment, but hang in there. When we get back,
this is Derek Lynn Plastic of Walk the Dead. We will be right back.
Yesterday's realities are today's fantasies. Hey, I'm Hetty Violet, caretaker of Astor Farms, Florida's newest and oldest rentable bed and breakfast. Astor Farms hasn't been updated nor upgraded since its construction in 1845. With no running water or power, you'll be able to live like your ancestors did, but on today's dime. If these testimonials don't sway you, nothing will.
June 12th, 2014. My wits are failing me. I feel a constant hunger for the unattainable and a thirst that cannot be quenched. I feel a presence watching me in the darkness. A creature, a trapped soul, somehow dodging the light of this flickering candle. By sunrise, I fear my life. Maybe an extreme danger.
How about this fine how do you do?
April 4th, 2016. The rations of hardtack are too damn stale. Cracked my front teeth in great pain. Salt pork for lunch tasted rotten. Too much salt. I told that woman not to heavy-hand the salt, but she did just to spite me. Oh God, is she trying to kill me?
Live yesterday's life today at Astor Farms. We'll get the bedroll ready for you.
Just in time for the political season, PP Boy Records presents
Ragtime Election Time.
a collection of only the finest political parody songs featuring Hillary and the Clintones with their version of the Deleted Emails Blues.
Deleted email blues. Thank you.
And the hit single Trump Dumps by the Trump Tonights.
I'm in the dumps because today's Donald Trump's got this election all in a spin.
I would be remiss to not mention the Bernie Sanders should have been nominated with their smash hit, Bernie Sanders should have been nominated.
Bernie Sanders should have been nominated.
Ragtime election time, only on PP Boy Records. Get political with funny.
From Fitcore, the latest development in sports rehydration technology. Boston Sports Chowder. You lead an active lifestyle, and you love a hearty chowder. Fitcore's patented ergonomically designed chowder flagon effectively replenishes vital body chowders lost during a hard workout. Creamy, powerful, piping hot.
Boston Sports Chowder. Get you off of the bench and back in the game.
Education can be the most important decision of your life. So why not invest your life savings on one of the best? Altamont College. Welcome home. This above average college will help you decide if college is your calling. Whether you're a doctor or physician, a teacher or librarian, a farmhand or otherwise, Altamont College, let us wow you with promises.
Take things to a new level upon Wii with the first annual French Riviera Games. Events include
cigarette smoking, depressing filmmaking, scouting, esoteric performance art, and mustache, fun for the whole family.
We will have disinterested mimes that will challenge your child's sense of existential security.
And a bounce house.
A special appearance by over 50 Serge Gainsbourg impersonators.
And Jean Reno.
Check out our midway games and events. And
Bucket,
the French Riviera Games,
where the wine flows like the river Rhone.
Coming to an empty field near you.
You enjoying the game? It's a nice day. A little hot.
God, Dad, shut up already.
What did he say? God, I can't make that out. I'm trying to. We should chant along.
You're
But
gonna embarrass me.
I'm just trying to sing along.
Had a soccer match, but feeling a little left out. We've all been there before. If this is your first time watching soccer, we can help with the new app, Soccer Dad. With Soccer Dad, our patented algorithm will scan the crowd to pair it with your local team's custom songs. Turns into
your sock has a hole.
Wow, that sounds a lot less aggressive than them.
Well, what about this classic?
Your neighbors drive.
Hey, our neighbors do drive a car.
You are so stupid, Dad. I hate you.
I'm just trying to be your friend.
Soccer Dad. We can't make your kids like you, but we'll try. from the makers of Sicker.
This is not a political ad. If it were a political ad, you would know, because it would begin with dark and somber music as I talk about the person I don't want you to vote for, like this. Also, I would drop my voice a little to sound more ominous as I tell you things about the candidate that are designed to scare you about the future if they were elected. Facts are not important here because I'm just trying to manipulate your feelings. But I don't want to end there. Now I want to make you feel good. So we'll switch to more upbeat music here, as I now tell you the person for whom I want you to vote for. Again, facts are not important here. We will just say things like our candidate will provide better schools, and lower taxes, and puppies and kittens for all. Finally, if this were a political ad, you would hear a statement about who is paying for this, like a political action committee, which raises millions of dollars from the very wealthy with hopes of getting you to vote for the candidate that they think will benefit them the most. The Phillips File is responsible for the content of this ad about the making of a political ad. In a world of journalistic excellence
Can I get your opinion?
comes a man with no formal training.
How do you feel about Kraft Newberg?
This is Fritz on the Street. been called this year's sleeper hit. Prime time tomorrow on Orlando's Super TV 3.
Where's it go, Miero?
I'm afraid you'll have to try a little harder, Hernandez.
Where did you pull her? She's too big to fit in these drawers. And she is made of bony skin, not invisible matter. I know she cannot be standing right here.
Clever detective, but not clever enough.
¿Por qué, Miero? She's just a girl. A closet-sized girl. Dios mío, there's a closet door right here.
Oh, no. No, don't open that door!
Carrie DeLipschitz and Jim Mahoney star in Milfada Hernandez, Detective Milf, only on Orlando's Super TV 3.
Hey, I'm world-famous radio personality, Pinkman. You may remember me from your radio. I'm here to tell you about the newest app craze. It's called Pinky Man Go. Using the power of augmented reality, Pinky Man Go allows you to find real-life objects in the real world. Wow.
I got loose changes. It was under the couch.
Nice. You can trade that in for Pinky points, and then I can buy chips.
Phone chargeroo. Oh my god. It was just there.
You just unlocked a side quest. Now go find my phone.
Okay.
Guys, I just found car keys.
Perfect. I'm late for work anyway. Everyone get out of my apartment. Douchebags.
Pinky Man goes!
Pinky Man go!
From the makers of Sicker. Hi. For centuries, humans have pondered their place in the cosmos, waiting for proof of alien life. Until now.
Wow. Are you watching this? Incredible. Incredible.
We listened. For the first time, they have made contact. We are not alone.
Feels good to get this thing off this helmet, yeah? I think it's ripening up. I've been fighting in this thing. Fighting in this thing since Pluto. You know what it smells like? Fighting in this thing, it's just recycling in my helmet here. You know what you're doing.
But were we ready?
Now leaving the European Union, that makes 12. Oh, the humanity.
Hey, come here, pull my finger. Come on, pull my finger. I'm cooking up some hot chili here. Come here, come on, pull my finger. I got a hot one to do. Come on, pull it. Hey, Mr. President.
Can humanity survive?
He can't be intelligent life.
Had we built that damned wall.
Tune in to Artificial Intelligence, only on Orlando's Super TV 3.
Looking for professional installation for that fence? Don't want to do it yourself? Look no further than FenceCrafter, Central Florida's newest and coolest wall building company. If you're like me, you want a yard wall built exactly for your personality, and FenceCrafter will absolutely do it for the least amount of money. If it's important to you, we'll do it, guaranteed. Custom painting, 3D print renderings, and free shipping is the FenceCrafter way of business. Call or find us on social media for your free estimate. FenceCrafter.
I'm Julian Assange, owner of Julian Assange's Sausage House, located at Flat 3B in the Embassy of Ecuador in London. If you can't get enough of hundreds of thousands of leaked emails about banal topics of insignificance, at least fill up on me sausage. And for dessert, enjoy a conspiracy in 3 delicious flavors. Crooked Clinton coconut, don't deport me bro mango, and hacker's surprise. No surprise here. It's criminally good. Haha. Julian Assange's Sausage House, in the Embassy of Ecuador in London. Help pay for me cost of living. Free sausage to Swedes.
Sunday, we bring you the first politically correct monster truck rally. Unless, of course, you find that to be inconvenient, in which case we'll have a matinee on Tuesday. Featuring such non-offensive sports vehicles as appropriately sized foot, mild-mannered canine, funeral service worker, and son of funeral service worker, who, although slightly younger, still gets paid a living wage. And current DC Truck Rally champion, I'm okay with our country having a black president. Price admission includes the entire seat, but you'll only need the edge. Sunday. Try to respect the wishes of our neighbors and keep the noise down. Ginkgo Kielbasa, from the people who brought you Energy Brat. Comes a taste you'll never forget.
Ginkgo Kielbasa.
The first time you met the love of your life and the smell of the air. It's a Meat Tube memory miracle!
Ginkgo Kielbasa.
Overcoming the rival team. And the first time you won the game. Listen to that crowd.
Ginkgo Kielbasa.
The first time you couldn't pay rent and the taste of delicious ramen noodles.
Ginkgo Kielbasa, the meat you'll remember.
Hurricane, but her won't on my watch. I'm pilot Anthony Migliardio, founder of the only socially funded company that destroys hurricanes. Each year, hurricanes obliterate lives, property, and taxpayers' money. But I can solve this problem. Won't stops any hurricane in any error-prone computer projection by detonating one simple, safe-tested nuclear bomb in the very center of the eye of the storm. Sound risky? After serving despite a dishonorable discharge, I've managed to sneak out with this bad boy. That's the sound of a 40-year-old floppy disk loaded with top-secret codes. Stop listening to phony pseudoscientists of climate change, and let's take back our planet. Only with Hura won't.
Mr. Migliario will neither confirm nor deny the possession of top-secret nuclear codes. Hura won't. Patent pending, not endorsed by the Better Business Bureau. Mr. Migliario pleads the fifth.
After a local Ponzi scheme pulled the wool over my eyes, attorney Crab Newberg was able to recover my life savings, $36,000. Thank you, Mr. Newberg.
You're welcome, Chet. I was honored to recover over $40,000 for Chet after a local gym took him for a dumbbell, and I'd be willing to help you too. I've graduated from an accredited law school and passed an intensive examination in the state of Florida. Ponzi schemes are illegal. You don't need two other friends to tell you. Visit AskTheCrab.com. That's crab with a K, and you've got a case.
After spilling a hot beverage on my pants, Attorney Crab Newberg was able to recover $14,000 for me. Thank you, Mr. Newberg.
However, I specialize in only one area, you. Go to askthecrab.com and see what Crab Newberg can do for you. With Crab Newberg, you've got a case.
After my grunkle misdiagnosis, Attorney Crab Newberg was able to recover $140,000 for me. Thank you, Mr. Newberg.
You're welcome, Valentino. I was honored to recover $140,000 for Valentino, and I'd be willing to help you too. Grunkle is a very serious congenital condition. If you've been misdiagnosed, go to askthecrab.com.
After being laid off, Attorney Crab Newberg was able to recover $2.1 million from me. Thank you, Mr. Newberg.
You're welcome, Joe. I was honored to recover $2.1 million for Joe after he was fired from his job, and I'd be willing to help you too. I've graduated from an accredited law school and passed an intensive examination in the state of Florida. No one has the right to treat you like dirt, but if they do, I will make them pay. Simply go to askthecrab.com and see what Crab Newberg can do for you.
After my illiteracy prevented me from reading the slippery when wet sign, Attorney Crab Newberg was able to recover me $50,000. Thanks, Mr. Newberg.
You've seen the phenomenon of making a murderer. Now it's time to go a bit deeper. Super TV3 now brings you Making a Shoplifter, the documentary tale of a man accused of an unspeakable crime.
Do you know why we brought you in?
No.
Oh, you know what you did?
No.
You stole something.
I ain't stole nothing.
What was it?
I ain't stole nothing.
Yes, you did.
I bought this with 2 quarters. I had them the whole time.
What did you steal?
Nothing.
The riveting drama.
I don't know who planted them crumbs on me, but they don't want me out of this security booth.
The shocking admission.
Hey, hon.
Yeah?
What you doing?
Nothing.
What you doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, well?
I don't know.
Well, what they got you there for?
Yeah, I've been sitting here about around 18 minutes. Ma, I really have to pee.
You at the mall?
Drama unhinged.
We have the evidence, the surveillance tape. Your Honor, he stole a bag of bugles.
I hate bugles.
Sir, you are currently wearing bugles on your fingers.
Playing witch fingers don't make me guilty. I just like to have a good time.
In a new 18-part series, Making a Shoplifter. Don't miss a single second. Only on Super TV3.
Imagine the opulence of Broadway captured via video. Behold, the future of Broadway is no longer confined to Manhattan. Introducing Super TV3's latest production, Hamilton the Musical. Yes, Hamilton the Musical will take you on a tanned journey through the eyes of arguably this generation's greatest actor, George Hamilton. Written in a sing-song fashion, George Hamilton speaks about his upbringing.
Born in Memphis, Tennessee, in 1939. A terribly handsome baby. Thank you.
George Hamilton offers us his greatest asset in his singing voice, like this song called
It's Like Love at First Bite.
And gives crippling insight into the dark side of Hollywood.
Susan St. James has halitosis. Take that one to the bank. Thank you.
George Hamilton is George Hamilton in Hamilton the Musical.
And I says to him, I says,
You know, I was in The Godfather.
The bad one. Kentucky Fried Chicken in my hand, in my mouth, in my hand.
Only on Orlando's Super TV 3.
Every year, people spend thousands of dollars on pedigreed show-quality dogs. Fancy, right? Now look at your own dog. I'll wait. Feeling like the dollar value of your beloved pooch might be a little lacking? Hi, I'm Charlie Sousa. With my patented formula for canine restoration, my team and I flipped over 800 dogs last year alone. And this year, we hope to double, triple, or even quadruple the value of your domesticated best friend. Paid $100 for your chihuahua at a rescue shelter? We'll take that little shaky son of a bitch and duct tape a spoiler to his hiney, increasing downforce and road traction. Bingo, bango, bongo! That mutt is easily worth his weight in pewter commemorative figurines. It's as easy as that. Has Rex's eyesight started to fail in his twilight years? My system will teach you to prop him up in front of a piano while wearing sunglasses as we pipe in the music of a beloved king of blind piano, Ray Charles. Rex's net worth has just increased by 11%. It's just that easy. Flip That Dog LLC is the only solution you'll need for all your dog estimates, restoration, and reappraisals. Hire us today or buy my new book, Life's a Bitch, and Now I'm Rich, by Charles Sousa. Call now. Don't spend money on your pooch. Make it. Flip that dog. Woo!
Coming soon to the parking lot of a mid-level amphitheater near you, it's the Out of Touch Music Festival. Do you like spending the entire day in the hot sun thinking, oh yeah, I remember them. They toured for over 30 years, and now you'll wait over 30 minutes to hear that one song. They couldn't replicate their initial success, but they didn't break up. Each act guaranteed to have at least one original member. The Out of Touch Music Festival. It's not that new music is bad or you're too old. It's both.
Baseball, apple pie, your grandmother's fried chicken. These are great institutions of the American dream. And let us not forget another icon of the greatest country on earth, a German-style Mexican imitation lager. Now that's America. Here at Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery, we've been bottling up freedom for over 6 years, and we encourage every American to embrace their God-given freedom with their lips. Want to work as a pedicab driver and play Pokemon Go all day while enjoying one of our Imperial Cuck Stouts? The Badass Hangry Eagle says, you do you, brah brah. Literally, we trained one. It says that. America. Badass Hangry Eagle Brewery. America AF.
I often wonder what kind of a future we're going to leave behind for the children, you know?
John! Howdy, Bell. You all right?
This is John. He's been a Continental truck driver for over 35 years.
They said, basically, you can't have the trees no more. Can't chop them. There ain't none left, which I know is false. I pass them by every day, driving.
Recent congressional hearings have decimated his trucking routes, carrying precious timber from Washington State to Washington, D.C.
They call it damaging the earth. What about me? I need to feed my kids, and that's by driving a truck filled with lumber. The future concerns me right now. If I have enough money to feed my kids, yeah?
Environmental groups are petitioning against American jobs at an alarming rate, citing global climate change on so-called deforestation. Tell your state senator that American jobs are more important than trees. The planet can wait. John can't.
This message paid for by Americans for Work.
Orlando's Super TV3 presents a real-world comedy filmed in front of a live studio audience. Locker Room Talk Live. Let's see what the boys get themselves into this week.
Make sure there's plenty of towels in there for when the racquete ball game is over with.
We gotta mop the shower real good this week. I know they go and pee in there.
That's not pee, though.
That not pee, though?
Hey, I just checked my 401k on the way down here. I'm rolling in it. Rolling in it, Bobby. I bet you'll let me grab him by the huh? You should be so lucky I get my hands on your mother's you son of a bitch.
Holy moly.
You damn you have offended me, sir.
Hey, I'll stuff you back in there like a goddamn bowling ball.
Oh, yeah? Well, your mother has the size of her and if you don't like it, you can take it and shove it way up your. Stop touching him.
I'm the stork. Your mother. I'm the stork.
They're marching around for real. Oh.
Tune in at 8 to see what people are willing to accept this week. Locker Room Talk, tonight at 8, only on Orlando's Super TV3. Tonight on Orlando's Super TV3, from the producers of Naked and Enlightened, we bring you the social experiment of the century, Pop Swap.
Who's got the TV? Who's got the batteries for the remote?
That is the remote for the Himalayan salt rock lamp.
Salt rock? What the hell
we
is
don't
that?
have a TV in
No
here.
TV. Yes, we have a TV. I worked 30 years for. We have a
Get
TV.
in tune with the root chakra.
I got my chakras. My doctor prescribes them. Rhonda, you're talking nonsense.
Actually, I have an Earth name, and
Your
that
what
is
name?
Rabbit Fox.
The what?
Watch what happens when millennials meet their new grandpas.
I'm so hungry. This sandwich bread tastes like prime rib.
Grandpa, what are you doing? Put it down. That's not your food. That's my food. It's gluten-free.
Yeah?
Do you know what a gluten is?
I know what gluten's are.
I'm gluten-free.
You damn right you're gluten-free, because me and all of my friends, we stopped the gluten.
No, you didn't.
Sure I did.
No, you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't.
Yeah?
You did not.
The glutens, they were coming out of the woodworks. They were Tommy, and Tommy was from Kansas City. So we called him KC. Right behind me was Tex. He was from Baltimore. So there we were.
When Generation Y mingles with Generation what?
All right, see you in a week, Pops.
Huh?
No, not you.
How you doing, face?
Hey, you get your mangy
Boys.
mitts off of my granddaughter.
You're not my granddaughter.
Don't you tell me what to do.
Shut
This is damaging me emotionally.
Who? The greatest generation in human history faces their greatest challenge. Pop Swap, only on Orlando's Super TV3.
Welcome back to Pop Culture Radio. All right. I'm just showing you some things on the patio. So this season 2 of Ted is back.
Yeah.
On Peacock. Ted,
I didn't know there was a season 1.
Oh man, yeah, it's so good. It's a prequel of before the movies took place when Ted and I can't remember the boy's name, but they were in high school. So, yeah.
A good show. A hot chick on that show. I couldn't believe I was jealous of a fucking stuffed bear.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I don't order food a lot. Like like DoorDash and stuff like that, right? So I'm curious if this makes me a bad dog owner, right? But I again do not order food often, but when I do, I order an extra item to give to the dog.
All right. It's not a bad thing.
It's a treat, but I feel like that's how I keep myself in check. So I'm like, if I order food and he sees the food order come to the door, there's something for him in it.
Yeah.
And it keeps me in check because I'm like, I don't want the dog to eat a bunch of unhealthy shit.
Right.
So whenever I eat some unhealthy shit, I have something for him. Is that a bad thing? Like, am I like setting him up for failure?
I mean,
because I have a weak fucking will.
Some people will say that. Some people say, like, if you feed your dog table scraps, it's going to kill him sooner. But I mean,
like, if I order McDonald's, I'll have like, a double cheeseburger in there, and I'll just like give it to him and let him, take it to his.
What I'll do is they don't have a double cheeseburger meal at McDonald's for whatever reason. You can get a 2 cheeseburger meal.
Yeah.
A cheeseburger meal. You can get a triple cheeseburger meal, but there's no double cheeseburger meal.
Right.
So what I'll do is I'll get the 2 cheeseburger meal.
Yeah.
Make my own double cheeseburger,
Yeah.
and then give the dogs the bun of the other burger.
Okay.
And,
All right.
and they seem happy, and everybody's happy. So,
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah. You're not a bad. You're a good dog owner. Dogs love the extra treat. And when they see you eating and they get to eat some of what you're eating, that strengthens the bond of the pack.
Okay.
Because it's almost like you went out and hunted something, even though you didn't do anything. You just showed up at your door. The dog don't know that. The dog thinks, hey, you fucking opened the door.
Zelda brought it to the door.
Fuck yeah.
And now you get a burger out of it. Yeah.
And they're like, he hunted this.
Yeah.
I'm happy. He's sharing it with me. I love this man. So you're good. You're good. It's all good. Oh, it's all good. So, hey, I was looking online, like the guy that wrote the article about Charlie there, the I-4 dead zone. I guess it's his thing to write about kind of like weird stuff around Orlando. Because I found another article that was written earlier this month, and nobody writes about this shit. That's what I'm here for, to like remind people of this. But I'm glad this Anthony Talcott, whatever his name is, he's writing. He wrote about the long lost nuclear bunker below Mount Dora. It's called the Catacombs of Mount Dora. I've talked about this before, I think. Back in the when the Cold War was going on, they thought Cuba was going to blow us up.
Oh yeah.
A bunch of
the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Bunch of rich people in Mount Dora got together and said, "Hey, we're going to build an underground bomb shelter to protect us. Let's not tell anybody." And they did, and it's still there. It's rotting away. Some people have gotten down in there. There was a time when people were trying to figure out where it was, and there's this photo. Let me show you this photo. There's this photo of one of the families. See that, the 3 of them?
Right there? Yeah.
If you look back at the cinder blocks, they're shaped in a certain way that's not normal nowadays, and they just redid the house and the little shack out back, so you can't tell those bricks are there anymore. But I know exactly where this is, and I was just uncovering the location is what this guy wrote about
geographically.
I know exactly how to get in there. I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm telling you, you're talking to a real Florida legend here, there, Tony Talcum, whatever his name is.
Tony Talcum sounds like a product you buy at CVS.
Yeah, it helps with the chafing. But anyway, all right. Enough about that. Let's go through some actual pop culture things that I was holding on to.
Okay.
I don't know. Jim Carrey, he was out like some award show overseas, and he didn't look exactly like himself. And people think there was a body double switch or something, or I don't know. People are going a little crazy. I think Jim Carrey himself came out and said it was him. Don't worry about it. Chill out, motherfuckers.
Right, right.
It looks like he got a little plastic surgery done or some work done. No judgment here. Fucking lay off of Jim Carrey, okay? God damn, I love that guy. What else do we got? We got time travelers. Do I have those clips? Can I pull those clips on? Because let me. Everybody, you love conspiracy theories. I got some time traveling stuff that will blow your fucking mind. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's AI, because I know AI can do a lot of things. Let me see if I can play. I got 2 videos here. People saying that they're from they time travel the year 2050, 2055.
Okay, so I've heard some of these stories. So you're pulling this for like videos and stuff that's been posted. So do you have the guy from France? Is he part of it?
Yes, I will pull that one up. We got one from France and one guy in America, of all places.
Really?
And they both are kind of, the reason I bring these up,
I don't know about the American guy. I know about the French guy.
Well, they're both kind of showing the same thing. The French guy, here, I'll play the French guy there. You got my board up? I will play the French guy.
Yeah,
here.
you're up now.
All right, ready? And
this guy claims he's stuck in France in the year 2055 and can't find a way back. And
let me pause it right there. First off, they show a guy looking in a window or a mirror, like let's say like in a bathroom or something, filming himself. He's wearing a mask.
It's like the white mask, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
First off, why would you be wearing a mask if you're in the future? If there's nobody left alive, again, why would you have to hide? And B or C, I don't know what point this is. How did you get this video back to the past if you're stuck in the future? I don't know.
Right. Okay. All the questions I had.
Okay, good.
Everything he shows in his videos looks disturbingly unreal. For several years now, he's been posting clips that depict a future completely devoid of...
For several years now. So this hasn't been just happening.
Right.
People. The footage shows empty streets and total silence. The roads are deserted, yet vending machines and terminals are still working, as if the country itself still exists, but its population has completely vanished. In some videos, he walks into stores and shows shelves full of video games made for the PlayStation 7.
Yeah, that's pretty...
That's the one that's the part of it that's pretty crazy.
And they're actually getting home. Let me rewind it a
Even
little bit.
more unset stores and shows shelves full
PS7, FIFA 34, Dragon Ball Z's 5.
Yeah.
And the price on those, $199, $169.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more than
full of video games made for the completely vanished. In some videos, he walks into stores and
NBA 2K34 and all this.
Yeah.
But okay, he's saying he's in the year 2055. Why are these 2034?
Because they're used games. It's on the used game shelves.
Why wouldn't they be 50 or 47?
You're right. Yeah.
Perfect. Those shelves full of video games made for the PlayStation 7. Even more
FIFA 29, Grand Theft Auto
unsettling.
7.
Every single game on display is designed for that console, a system that doesn't even exist in our time. One detail in particular really alarmed viewers. A nearly empty vending machine with just one bottle left inside. The date on it is clearly visible. April.
Looks like April 59.
Yeah.
2055.
55.
According to him, it's a drink that hasn't even been released yet in our present day. Even more disturbing is the moment.
How easy is it to fake a date on the top of a drink?
It's a dot matrix printer that prints it.
So it's pretty easy.
Anybody can print that. Yeah.
When he enters the Louvre and films the Mona Lisa from up close, the room is completely empty. No guards, no tourists, as if time itself has frozen. He does the same with the Eiffel Tower, showing it surrounded by absolute silence and emptiness. What makes the story even more unsettling is the fact that he started posting these videos long before the explosion of AI and modern visual tools.
I was about to ask, could this be AI videos? Because you know how easy that is.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
This guy claims he's stuck in France.
Right, then it restarts. All right.
Yeah.
So, all right. So this video came out before AI and stuff like that. All right. I have another video that I want you to hear. This one, is based in America, and I think it's about the same time. But
Video that's been spreading online claims to show America in the year 2050, and it's got millions of people questioning reality. In the footage, a man who says he's a time traveler approaches what he says is the White House, but it no longer looks familiar. Instead of the bright, iconic building everyone knows, the columns are cracked.
I want to know first, both of these guys are apparently time travelers. Did they come back in time, or did they go into the future from now?
So here's the way I understand time, right? So if they had posted that back then, it would have been available since the beginning of the internet, right?
You'd think so, yes.
So it would
must
have
have come
always
back.
been there. Right.
All right. Play.
The windows are broken, and it looks like an old abandoned structure. He steps inside what used to be the Oval Office, and all that's left is dust and empty rooms. The same clip then shows a highway that used to be busy with cars. Now the pavement is cracked with tree roots pushing up through it, and rusted, abandoned cars line the road. He also walks into a Walmart with empty shelves and faded signs, while outside the parking lot is overgrown and looks like a wasteland. But the most shocking part is what he claims is the Pentagon, once a symbol of U.S. military power. In his video, it looks like burned out ruins with blackened walls, broken windows, and a torn American flag still hanging. And he used live streaming to recount the authenticity of his journey. As he walks through debris-filled offices in dead silence, viewers are left asking what happened and whether this is really a glimpse of our future.
All right, so we got two videos about five, if we believe in the time travel thing,
Right,
5
yeah.
years apart.
Yeah.
Both depicting that there's no people whatsoever in the year 2050 and 2055.
Right.
So that means what is 2026?
Yeah.
So that
in
means in
25 years,
24.
we completely admonished the entire population.
Oh, let me see. I'm 40, 50, 60, 60. I'll get close to 70. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right. I'm not too shabby. But do we really believe in any of this shit?
Me, no, I do not.
Hold on. Here's another video of this guy.
In one of his most talked about videos, he wandered around the sinking Titanic, and nobody on the ship seemed to notice him, as if he weren't a person at all, but a ghost caught between eras. But in his newest clip, he stunned his audience again. This time, he says he traveled to Chicago, right into the heart of Christmas night in 1956. The city glows so brightly it almost looks unreal.
All right. How is he time traveling like this? But buddy, whoever you are, obviously you're a time traveler. Come back right now. Like, wait till the end of the show. Sure. As soon as we end the show, set your time circuits to show up right when we end the show, right here, so we can talk to you for a few minutes. We won't make you go on there. But you went to the Titanic. You went to the future to when America wasn't alive anymore. Where else did you go?
Front sparkle, toy reindeer seem alive, and the holiday lights flicker as if reacting to his footsteps. He claimed he stepped
old
inside
SCV?
an old house. Inside, he found a tiny retro TV that looks more like a miniature wooden cabinet, frozen in time.
I had
in
one
the
of those.
garage sits a
Yeah.
perfectly preserved classic car, as if its owner vanished the moment he walked in. Strolling through the empty streets of 1956 Chicago, he notices something unsettling. Christmas decorations trembling even though there's no wind, and the icy air whispering something he can't make out. The atmosphere feels too alive, or maybe too otherworldly. And the real question is this: if all of this is just fantasy, then why do things appear in his videos that don't exist in any historical archive? Remember that?
Because they're fake, motherfucker. That's
Because
why.
it's AI,
Yeah. That's what I'm starting to think. I mean, AI is a beautiful, powerful tool, but if you're a tool yourself and use it in a bad way, you'd fuck everything up for everybody else.
Yeah.
Anyway, so is time travel possible? I don't think so, because
if it was, that would be awesome.
There's a big thing that happens with time travel. Let's say, I mean, you just can't do it, because not only are we moving like time is moving, but we are moving through space. So if we were supposed to go back in time, we would have to move the whole universe backwards to get to a point where we could actually be in.
Right.
It just won't work. So you motherfucker, I don't know why I wasted all that time on that. So I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody.
Don't apologize because I'm seeing those videos posted constantly.
I want to post one at this point. So I don't know. We should go back in time to the year 2020.
Let's see if we can make one and it looks that real.
Okay.
Then there we know.
All I have to do is upload our pictures to the AI and then say, make us look like we're in 1920 and we're busting open some barrels of alcohol to drink.
Okay.
And it will fucking do it. And if it's not exactly tweaked the way I want it or the way we want it, we'll say, use that video again and make a guy number 3 a lot more drunk or something like that. And quite honestly, AI, I'm going to tell you a few things real quick. AI is not as smart as they think it is. I'm a little bit smarter than AI. I'm going to say that. It might be third segment talking here. However, in the making of the Bang Fanglin videos, I don't know if you noticed when the hunter came to hunt, he had a bloody cleaver.
Yeah.
When I initially asked AI to make a picture of that hunter, they did, and they gave him a cleaver and stuff. And I said, put blood on that cleaver, put it all over the place. It said, it thought for a minute, and it said, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to do that. And I'm like, all right, well, take that image and put ketchup all over the place. And an image came up with the knife with blood all over it, which I guess it thought was ketchup, but I said, put ketchup on there. And then and then another time I asked in that video, the squirrels and Bang Fanglin, you know, how do you defeat the hunter that hunts once a month? You know, you get a blowjob, you know. So Bang Fanglin and the squirrels shove a bunch of nuts down this guy's throat and choke him to death.
Yeah.
And when I asked AI to make me an image of that, it said, no, we can't do that. We can't make a human being choke on nuts. That's horrible. That's harming a human. We can't do that. I said, well, you know what, motherfuckers? Make me the hunter, the image I already put in there. Make him enjoying these nuts. Make him that there's so many. He loves these nuts so many and so much. He's put so many in his mouth. He's starting to drool and choke on them. And AI goes, God damn it, that's a great picture I'm going to make. And that's what it fucking did. So AI,
you just have to trick it to do what you want. Yeah.
You're not as smart as you thought you were, AI. That's all I'm going to say. So anyway, all right. So check that off the list. Check that off the list. Third segment, we're going hard. I'm just a wreck. That's all. And close this. There's another story I want to talk about.
What's that?
Hold on for a second. My headphones were working, and then they decided not working. Now I'm going to put the pink ones on. They're working again. Fuck yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Justin Timberlake. He was recently arrested for a DUI. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was like last year.
Last year, yeah. And a lot of people are trying to get his footage released. You know, like all
body cam footage.
All cops have cameras on themselves.
Yeah.
They recorded. What exactly did he say? I want to get the exact verbiage, because of course you don't want something like that out in public, right?
Right.
I mean, if you're a superstar, he hasn't really been in the public limelight lately, has he?
He's kind of bowed out a little bit.
I don't know why. He's a beautiful man. He should be out there more. Justin Timberlake is suing to prevent the release of police body cam footage of his 2024 DWI arrest, saying it could cause, and I quote, severe and irreparable harm to his personal and professional reputation.
Okay.
So it makes me think, what the fuck happened there?
Yeah, exactly.
Did he?
What happened during that? Yeah.
I mean, his saying "don't put it out" is maybe worse than just putting it out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, if you're drunk, you're drunk. If you tried pulling the "you know who I am" card,
yeah,
I get it. You know,
okay, yeah.
However, if you went, you know, what was Mel Gibson?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. And I don't see our boy being like that.
No, I do not.
However, if he's so scared of it coming out, what if he did?
Exactly. So here's the thing. What is in it that makes him not want that to be seen?
Yes. want to know. I want to know so bad. I want to know so bad. I would call him directly, but last time I did, he got upset. So I'm not going to do that now. So if anybody knows what's in this video, if anybody can get us this video, without the police knowing, do it. I don't know. Fuck it. What else do I have? The Peter Pan story. You want to talk about? Nah.
What's that?
That's depressing. I mean, today is when I look through the today in pop culture history, today was like the day they released the first Peter Pan movie or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but did you ever hear the story of like why the guy wrote Peter Pan?
No.
The author, apparently, he was trying to find things to write, and he would walk around his town or something, and he ran into these like brothers, and he would always these little kid brothers, and he would always get stories from them, and he was like, "I'll write about that." These four brothers basically became the inspiration for the Lost Boys, Peter Pan.
Oh, really?
And one of these brothers is actually named Peter, but both of their parents then tragically died of like a sickness, which I think is cancer. Like the mother died, or one of them died first and the other one died later, and left all these four boys basically orphans. So the author of Peter Pan, before he actually wrote Peter Pan, he adopted them all. And the one of the boys' name was Peter, and it really, it kind of left an impression on him. He already kind of got the Lost Boys characters out of these kids, and then this one kid that like he thought it was horrible. Like he was never going to grow up with parents. He kind of created this Peter Pan character, like never grow up, and how beautiful that would be. You'll never grow up. You never have the pain. You never have anything. But the one brother, I think two of the brothers had tragic endings, and then the third one, Peter, he actually killed himself in the 60s.
Oh, wow.
It was just horror. It's a tragic fucking story.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm sorry for bringing it up. I'm going to cross that off. I should have never brought that up. But that was released today in pop culture history. So
okay.
And it's a horrible story. Justin Timberlake, and the last one is Goonies and Back to the Future. Two movies that I love.
Okay.
There's a theory out there, and I don't think it's much of a theory anymore. I think it's kind of a fact. I will use that loosely. I don't think they planned it to be like this, but when you're filming movies in the 80s and you only have so many days to choose from, maybe some things will get picked on the same dates will come up. So the theory is that
things cross over.
Yeah, Goonies and Back to the Futures theoretically happened on the same weekend. So let me pull this up. So in Goonies, there is an if you remember at the beginning of the movie, it talks about the brothers that escaped from prison.
Yeah.
Fratelli brothers.
Yeah.
And if you look at the date there, it said they escaped on like a certain date, and it is like 2 days before Marty McFly plugs in the date and goes back in time.
Oh, okay.
So if you've watched the movies, a couple days after like the Fratellis escape would be about the time when they're in that restaurant when the kids show up and then go down underneath to look for One-Eyed Willie. It's the same day because they escaped from prison like on a Thursday. Marty McFly went back in time, and when you look at that date compared to the date that Marty McFly goes back in time, it's 2 days later. So if these guys escaped on this date, 2 or 3 days later, they're in the restaurant when the kids go down looking for One-Eyed Willie. It's the same day Marty McFly goes back in time. The movies are connected in somehow. I don't know. Check it out. It's fucking rad.
Okay.
Like I said, I think it's one of those coincidences that happens, or maybe it's like, the multiverse coming together, just like in the comic books. I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore.
Which it could be.
Yeah,
who knows?
I doubt so. I doubt so. But anyway, all right. That's all we got. That's all I got tonight.
Okay.
My mouth is dry.
Yeah.
I need more drinks. I want you to show me more stuff on the patio.
All
And
right.
I might tell you more secret stories about our dear friend Charlie Carlson. I told you that one about the cucumber and the wig.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to tell everybody thank you for listening. And if you want to pick up some really good books, go to Barnes & Noble, Weird Florida. It looks like this. Make sure you get that. You can go online some places. You can get Strange Florida 1 and 2. This is part 2. This is part 1. There you go. I'm in many of these. Also, this is a great book. This is Weird Hauntings. Charlie writes about me in here as well. So check out all those books. Charlie Carlson, you may be gone, but your memory will never fade. As long as I'm alive, I'm going to be telling everybody about you and everything you fucking wrote about. You rule. You didn't judge people. You wrote about whatever you wanted to, whatever made you happy, and may everybody else in the world do the same. So,
and all I know about Charlie Carlson is what I've learned from him about him from you.
Yes.
So I love the fact that you're
keeping the torch,
clearing up his story, keeping the torch going, and telling the stories. So.
Yeah, I just, when I saw that article and somebody's saying, hey, he's probably fucking made it up because he was mad. Charlie didn't keep grudges. He could care less about people. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, and that was my thought, was like, there's no way he would have made something up just for a grudge, because that would have like called everything else he ever said into question.
Yeah. There was another guy that kind of came around our group there a little bit and caused some problems. And I started at the time, kind of like sparring with him, as you would say.
Yeah.
And Charlie said, listen, my man, the energy and the time you're using to combat this guy, you could be doing something else with. You're wasting this time and energy and crap on this guy when you could be writing a story about weirdness. And I'm like, you're absolutely right.
Right.
And because of this man is why I don't get involved in these fucking childhood fights anymore. It's a waste of time. It sucks your energy and your life out, and there's no point of it. But when you go on to a news website and you talk shit, I'm going to point it out. I'm going to point it out that most likely you're mad because you didn't get picked to write the Weird Florida book because you're not a real Floridian, and you would never hold a candle to what Charlie would do. Anyway, if I'm right, Mark, you're more than welcome to come on here and talk. I would love to talk to you and see I want to know what you did with Charlie and how close you were with him, because he never mentioned you at all, my man. And I knew him pretty well. He mentioned a lot of things to me. He mentioned a lot of things to me that happened in the woods. And Mark, your name was never mentioned.
There was fairies and trolls and wizards and all that stuff, and you were never mentioned.
Absolutely not. So
Did you ever get your dick sucked by a troll? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not, because we all did that were there.
You mentioned Cassadaga. You had it in the wrong spot in Florida. You're not a real Floridian. Go away. Go away. Fucking Mark Munchie.
All right. Tonight's the night. BMF title on the line. UFC.
Big motherfucker, right?
Baddest motherfucker title. Yeah. Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira. That's happening right now on the patio. And we are going to get back to that. You have been listening to Owen Dirt's Pop Culture Radio. We will be back again next week. Have a good night.
No way to. Hey, I'll tell you that in a minute. Start playing music.
All right.
Yeah. I was going to tell people.
You've been listening to Pop Culture Radio. We will see you next week.
Owen and Dirk Pop Culture Radio has been a weird Florida production. Like and subscribe on all the platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Follow us. We like you.